And we're live. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Twisted Koi on the Saturday evening with guests. We've got Craig with us this evening, and we got Perky's bodyguard with us again, who, who
Evening.
has been to his second ever Koi show today as well, and got hounded for being Perky's bodyguard. Mate, what was it like, Craig? We pulled up into the car park, and what did it remind you of?
Dukes of Hazzard.
The only person I know that owns and drives a Jaguar and has to climb out through the passenger seat because his driver's door don't work.
Dear me. It was all right before you got in it.
Yeah, right. Who was swearing and cursing because I didn't hear the phone this morning and they had to climb over the passenger seat just to come and get me.
You're right, mate. Yeah. Done me neck right in.
And that was before the day even started.
Yeah.
But I got to admit, the drive was pretty darn good, wasn't it?
It was brilliant. Yeah, we didn't get any trouble whatsoever there or back. We came back a different way as well, didn't we? And it was
That was because we ignored the sat nav to start with.
It's got a mind of its own, yeah.
We're like, no, we know where we're going.
Yeah.
Ignore the sat nav. And I reckon if we'd have listened to the sat nav this morning, we might have got there even earlier.
I don't know though. I reckon we would have got stuck in traffic because it did warn us.
You reckon?
We went a different way, didn't we? Because it's like,
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mind you, I tell you what, when there wasn't any traffic holding us back, Jesus Christ, chucking me in the back of the seat like Nigel Mansell he was. I mean, oh my word.
No, it wasn't.
He thought he was in his go-kart again.
Oh dear.
Because for those of you out there don't know, Steve does 750 Formula racing.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't do the last race of the season because he blew his engine up.
Yeah, that is true. What about the last 3 races, actually? So,
See, he used to climbing out through doors where you hear knockings.
Well, that's why I'm glad it was the driver's door that was knackered and not the passenger door, because otherwise I would have been bollocks.
You'd have got in the back, mate, and been chauffeur driven.
Well, yeah, there is that too, Jeeves. But it was my first time ever at the Birmingham West Midlands Koi show. It was Steve's second ever Koi show. I thought the Koi show was absolutely brilliant. With being such a small venue, with 30 show vats, I think it was, and all the vendors they've managed to squeeze in around the outside. I think the whole team have done themselves really, really proud on the show this weekend. And like I say, Steve's second ever show. First one was the National, and I know the National is no comparison to a smaller show like that. But as in effect, first timer to that sort of show, what was your thoughts, Steve?
I thought it was really good, actually. I didn't know what to expect. Being inside a garden centre, you really don't know what to expect with that. It was small, but it was intimate, and I think the layout was really good. And there was plenty of good fish on show. There was plenty of vendors there for you to have a look around. And as usual, there was all the friendly faces and, brilliant chat to be had with everyone you see there. So it was excellent. I thought it was really good. Enjoyed the whole day.
Going back again next year?
Yeah. Yeah. No reason not to.
No, definitely.
Quality was on point as well, wasn't it?
Yeah,
mate. On not just on the show vats, but the vendor vats as well. It's on tonight's video that drops very shortly. I was chatting with one of the guys from Beautiful Koi, and they're running a very simple pipe system, and it's not just to move water around the ponds and aerate instead of using a stone. There is actually jack mat and zeolite in those little canisters that you saw in the ponds in Beautiful Koi. I really did love their setup. for just display wise. It was really nice with tellies and everything. But to actually chat with the guy, because I've seen him around at the shows, but I've never really spoke to him about what's actually in those little, because different places use different things. Some actually use pre-matured filters that they've been running on, and that's what you see in the vats with them. But like I said, if fish are going to be travelled and so forth and so on, then they really need to be starved to get as much of that shit out of the system, so then there's less pollutants in the vat that they're going to be held in to be sold, and for the traveller and for the customer as well. So with that in mind, and the fact that it's not physical waste that they're filtering, but the ammonia that's being produced by the fish in the vat, and in doing that, they've sandwiched in a filter bag zeolite in between two bits of jack mat. So the jack mat will catch any mechanical stuff, if there is any, which if they've been conditioned right, there shouldn't be any. Just like the fish for the shows, if they're conditioned right, when you go around the show vats, shouldn't see any fish excrement or anything like that, if they've been conditioned right, because there should be nothing there for them to shit out for it to happen. So he actually explained what he uses and why he uses it, and yeah, absolutely brilliant to see. And it'd be good if a lot more vendors took that into consideration. There's nothing wrong with a vat full of water and an air stone, but like he says, there's only, in that sort of situation, there's only so much water that you're allocated at a show, and you've got to make sure that lasts you all weekend for water changing your vats, as well as replenishing water in vats that have been taken out from selling fish, because you're not taking a bag with water from a tank outside, you're taking it from the vat that you're selling from. So you're only allocated a certain amount of water, as far as I'm aware. I'm not quoting, but as far as I'm aware. And and a lot of that then plays into how the vendors condition and keep their fish at the show. Does that make sense? But it was really nice to see.
Yeah, I thought it was good to see. There was a huge amount of water testing going on there. You could see that going on all the time, which I thought was brilliant as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, I thought it was excellent.
And that's the sort of stuff that unless you're visually looking for it when you go to a show, you don't take all this into consideration, that at a koi show, from the moment them fish start arriving on the Friday morning for benching, from that point until they're all empty of the vats on a Sunday afternoon, evening, those guys that do the water control, they are constantly going round and round in circles, continually testing the water for ammonia levels. But it's not just the vats that they're testing, they're also testing the vat that they're taking the water out of to replenish the vats. And it's not easy putting on a koi show. It's not as easy as saying, right, I've got a field, we'll have a koi show in 6 months' time. There is so much preparation and thought that goes into it, and even these small shows takes them a week to fully set it up and make sure everything's right before they even think about letting people bring their fish in and bench them. What are you doing on that channel, Perky? You should be on here with us. You ain't getting out of it that easy, Sunbeam. I told you he'd try pulling a fast one, Steve. Oh, I tell you, he does try, doesn't he? It's just that half of these in here won't know who the Don TV is. Our Perky, by ladies and gentlemen, this is his second channel, which is going to be his comedy channel. Now, he's going to be taking the piss out of anything and everything that is either in the news or the papers. So
I'm
if
signing up.
if you're not politically correct, or if you are unpolitically correct, don't watch it, because it'll probably piss you off and offend you.
I don't think he meant to log on as the Don. Look, he's just said, "Why am I logged in on the Don?"
See, busted, Perky. They're all coming up in the comments now. There.
It says waiting for host. He says he looks like he's waiting to come in.
No, he's not. There's only me, you, and Craig sat here. If you clicked the right link, you sure you haven't clicked last week's?
Well, next week's maybe.
No, because I haven't programmed in next year. You see it yourself. I sorted all that out. What? 3:30 this afternoon on the M5.
Yeah.
On the way home.
It says he's in the queue.
What queue?
Well, there's a massive queue.
Is there? Not according to my readout here. Right.
Send you the link on WhatsApp.
There you go. Cool.
Yeah, click on that one, Perky. I clicked last week's. Told you.
There you go.
Yeah, I don't know. Asterisk says, I think he's clicking on the dark web. There he is.
Am I coming up as the Don? Why is it coming up as the Don TV?
I don't know. It is on the chat, but it isn't now on your video. It's
Weird.
call services, but
Proper weird. So yeah, I'm just setting up. I was setting it up and I clicked the link, but I was like, he said I was in
You
the
clicked the wrong one, didn't you?
I hit the wrong flipping one, didn't I? I hit the wrong one, but I don't know why the Don TV came up because that's on my laptop. Yeah, I can see myself now. Cheers, guys.
So,
cheers, mate.
as we do, I think my tea's just about drinkable now.
So let's see. What a fantastic show.
Yeah, I hope your long trip home wasn't too bad, mate.
I was home in 12 minutes.
Yeah, right.
No.
I'm going to have to go back tomorrow because I didn't film anything. And, you know, that Sally's decking, I haven't finished it. I've run out of decking. Like, I've edited. I don't know what to do. I'm in a dilemma. So maybe the people in the live chat can tell me what to do. Shall I upload it unfinished?
Yeah.
And then do a third episode? Or
Yeah.
go back to the Koi show tomorrow and film it and then just upload that quickly? I don't know what to do.
Do them as separate entities.
Yeah.
Do a separate, because you're not like me. You don't just chuck all together and launch out an hour and a half video.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which we are going to put a poll on, actually, because
Hold on. Should I go back to the Koi show and just film it quick and then try and upload it? Or should I upload the one from Sally's Pond?
Yep.
All the decking, and then I can do a third one on it because I'm going back on Monday. I'll run out of decking, guys.
or you keep that and then you say, right, well, this is in effect part 2, but make it one video, and then you keep the Koi show separate then, don't you?
Yeah. But what it is, I don't, because I've already edited all the stuff from Sally's decking. But
can you not add to that?
Yeah. So do you reckon I should upload a video of the Koi show tomorrow?
Yeah.
Or do Sally's?
I reckon you should do the Koi show tomorrow,
Yeah.
And then you can do the whole of Sally's
On Wednesday.
Wednesday all in one.
Yeah, I reckon that's a good order. It was so good to see so many people today. When it was flipping brilliant for a little show.
Well, especially Big Frank. I could.
Absolutely. and don't go there, Steve. Right, so do you remember the guy with the beard, the little white beard, the bald head, and he had like a new knee and a new hip?
Yes.
So he used to come to Shirley all the time and buy koi, and he'd basically come into the shop, and then if I was busy, he'd just wait. So I'd buy him a coffee and he'd wait, and he'd let me select all his fish. He's such the, and when he'd come up, because obviously I haven't seen him for 15.
That was the gentleman with the stick, wasn't it?
He had the 2 sticks, yeah. So if you watch him, mate, please like comment on one of my videos, because he's a subscriber. But the thing is, you don't know what your subscribers look like. You know the names and the YouTube names and all that sort of stuff. But, do you know what I mean? You don't know. And he said, I've been subscribed for ages, and I was like, well, we should have said that, because he's such a nice guy. He's such a nice, and he was like a mate of mine. Do you know what I mean? So when I left there, I just didn't. I never ever seen him again. So it's so nice to see him today. It was absolutely brilliant. And Craig, obviously, the handsome Craig, who I love very much.
We can't forget your bodyguard.
And my bodyguard, Steve. Steve, I've subscribed to your channel.
I saw, mate. I saw. Thank you.
Guys, so, look, I guess a lot of people have watched the koi world. Sorry to go off track. But you'll be into your cars and stuff, so it's a 750 Formula, and he's an absolute legend. He's basically rebuilding his race car, and some of his old videos, he's actually racing around the track a lot of today, and I've watched all of his videos in the last 2 hours. It's brilliant.
Thank you, mate. Appreciate it.
Little plug.
Thank you.
And he's going to be adding his first koi video to it.
Yeah, will be. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
A non-YouTuber recording for YouTube. You know, and then you've got a koi YouTuber at a koi show not recorded for YouTube. I mean, so I'll just sit here with a spoon.
Absolutely, spam.
Fantastic.
But you know when you've got it all built and you go and take it and you test drive it?
Yeah.
Do you say it's November?
I'm hoping to get a test in before the end of November.
Okay. Let me know when you do, and I'll come. I'll just have the day off, and I'll just come and I'll film.
All right. I'll keep you posted on where I get to. Yeah.
Absolutely. Craig, are you going to Tuba Fest?
No.
No, he wasn't able to make it this year.
No.
This will be 3 years on the trot now. Our Craig has said, "Oh, we'll come down to visit."
It's my circumstances. It's my
No, mate, I'm just winding you up.
Very, very much appreciated. Well, I've got mugs as well today. You know, Black Country book, Davey boy.
Oh, David.
Yeah. So he's like, basically, I'm chatting away, and he's come over and he's gone. He's just slipped that in my bag, and I was like, "You're nicking my loo boy," and off he went. So I went to get him. A mug out of my car, but when I come back, he'd gone. And then I noticed when I got home, he's flipping chipped. Come on, David.
There's nothing wrong with a chipped tea mug.
Yeah, no, but it's got it's all cracked down the side there. Oh, it's a second. I'm telling you,
it's Black Country. That's what it is.
Hang on.
Now Joiner Cups in the Black Country.
It smells of weed. I think he's been stashing there. I'm only joking, David boy. You absolute legend. Thanks for that mug. I'm sure he's.
Oh, Davey is a cracking lad. Lad. It was good to see you today, and Mad Dog, and all the other vendors that took their time out of their way to chat with me on camera. It's about an hour and 20 minutes long, this one, but it is my whole course round the whole show, so you'll have to bear with it this time. Sean Leonard, how's the food trials going, Vince? Well, we was talking about the food trials, wasn't we, Steve, on the way home? And the conclusion will be seen. Ooh, the conclusion of the food trials will be this Wednesday coming.
Very good.
So in that, it will be a long video, guys, because we have 4 ponds that need emptying. They all need weighing. They all need measuring to get an average size. So it is gonna be a longer video. I can't say long because most of my videos are freaking long. It will be a longer video because we'll also have Rick's synopsis at the end as well. We will also
Well,
have.
Amy's gone by then.
Say again, mate.
Well, Amy's gone by then. Storm
Well,
Amy.
we've got Dan from Nutrimare coming down when we do it. So, because Dan's the one that supplied the Nutrimare for the food trial. But yeah, it hasn't been a cheap venture for Rick, this one, that's for sure. I mean, we you still can't work out why you're logged in as the Don.
I don't know, like, you know, in the live chat, why is my cup look? Because I've got you on my phone, obviously. Then I've got the TV behind you, and then I've got my laptop, but I've no idea what's coming up as the Don, because when I look at my account, it's Koi Services, but obviously,
Yeah, that'll be the Stella.
yeah, no, I think what it is my
Yeah,
PC
no.
working for me and trying to advertise my new YouTube channel.
So, Vince, when Rick gets the conclusion, then what happens then? Does he go back to how he was feeding before, or will he go with the one that's most successful?
Well, I was asked this today, and I was asked if it was for changing the food on the farm, and I don't think on the broad side of the farm is not what he's aiming the food trial at. It was he wanted to know how certain foods did in his conditions, and of course, when you look at it, the conditions at the farm are going to be considerably different to the everyday pond. But at the same time, he's tried to do it in such a way as to, in some ways, simulate what would go on in an everyday pond, being different varieties, same age, but different sizes, which was why it was an average size and then they were weighed. Now, if Dave's counting is on point, there should be 104 fish in each tank. And when they went in, each bag of fish weighed 7 kilos. Now, just looking into the ponds recently, there's damn sight more than 7 kilos coming out. That's for sure.
That's good.
As for quality and so forth, until they come out and go into clear water, can't really tell. To be totally honest, there is one pond which has been mentioned by Rick on the videos, which is the one that's got the Dainichi food going into it, is running slightly clearer. So you are able to see colours slightly better. But that doesn't say that just because you can't see into the other 3 ponds as well as you can this one, that the colours aren't doing as well.
Yeah.
So, and
It's a brilliant trial, isn't it? Just to try.
Yeah, because when the trial started, there was 4 ponds worth of fish. So you've got 2 polytunnels, 2 ponds per tunnel. Yeah, so a total of 4 ponds.
Yeah.
Now, all 4 ponds, I think, had almost 500 fish in them. And then we went through them, and then there was selected out for a variation of sizes and varieties, so that you can see what happens to different varieties on different foods, because the water conditions were all the same, because we emptied one pond into an empty pond and all the waters got mixed. So all the waters are the same weight of fish, same amount of fish, all gone into these systems. Now they're all run on back chamber, settlement chamber filtration. So you've got an inlet pipe on one side, which gravity into the back chamber, which has got strapping and flow core in it. And then you've got a pump that pumps up over a shower and then back into the ponds. Even though the showers are slightly different, all the media in them is exactly the same in the showers. It's all filled with Lytag.
So how
So
come some of the pools are murkier than others? What do you reckon?
well, until Rick gives us his final synopsis, he's been very close-lipped as to his thoughts.
On the food.
Even I've asked him questions on camera, and he's sort of like sidestepped the question because he doesn't want
spill the beans.
He's being fair though, isn't it? Across the board. He's being fair, and he's done it as a trial. And he wants it to come out at the end as a conclusion of the whole stuff. Yeah, So fair play to him for keeping it tightly.
Because there's been quite a few times we've been up at Operation Phoenix, and and we've been at the food trial, and I've asked him, and he's always sort of like pushed away the subject until I'm not saying anything until the end, and then he will give his views. But at the same time, he's also going to give it a full breakdown as well. So this pond produced this amount of fish, but it cost this much. These ones come out absolutely banging, but these ones here, not so much. And then for each, he's got it down so systematically how he's going to do each thing, and then he's going to compare varieties. So he'll get 2 or 3 Shiros from each pond, put them in separate bowls, and then compare the qualities.
Spamtastic, that isn't it? What a spamtastic.
Until he's done that with certain varieties and stuff. This is why he's not willing to say anything yet, because until he's physically got the fish out and into clear water, he can't do that.
No.
So until he can do that, he is. Look, I'm not even going to entertain it. So my personal view, I think the Dainichi food will take it on the growth and the colour. That is just from what I've visibly been able to see when looking into the ponds.
You're spilling the beans, Vince. You're spilling the beans.
No, because it's all stuff that is on videos that have been up over the last few weeks when we've been up there, and yeah, you can see certain things in certain ponds when you look in, but like I say, until the whole pond gets emptied and you're looking at the fish in clear water, we're not going to get a full synopsis from Rick. But I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to coming down. It's only like 2 weeks away, isn't it? YouTuber Fest.
Yeah, because you come down Tuberfest, didn't you?
Yeah, man, I'll be there. Me knickers in my hair.
With your bodyguard.
I've got Steve, yeah. You know Steve, he's a freaking race car driver. You don't want to mess with him. Absolutely, he's like a legend.
He's going to have you under one arm and he's going to have Vince under the other arm.
I know, yeah. I thought I'd be bodyguard when I turned up today.
Did you not see him with his other bodyguard at the National?
That's more like his bodyguard.
Mate, honest to God, all three of them had the same T-shirt on at the National, and literally every time Perky stopped, the first thing him and Nataba did was...
Yeah. We all had the same underpants on as well.
I wonder how long did you rehearse that for? How long did you rehearse that for? In the car park?
What was that?
Oh, God.
I've had to restart my computer, so because I don't know why I was logged in, and it had to update, and it's been a ball ache. So, yes, I missed something then, guys. I don't know what the fuck was going on. My bodyguards, that was it. They're not my bodyguards, they're my pals. Lance works for me, but he's like, he's an absolute.
He's a proper gym habit chap.
He's in the gym every single day.
Yeah.
Who's that, Lance?
Lance, yeah, like seriously into his training and eating well and all of that sort of stuff.
Your video's just gone live, Vince.
Has it? Ooh. Watch everyone dash off now.
I know, just killed the live now.
Yeah, that's it, my live's dead. Killed it. Right, that's it, I'm going off.
And to sabotage your own live.
It's yeah. But what I was going to say, my man Dave, the only man driving a governed vehicle and gets done for speeding.
Oh God, that's how it's a flipping joke, mate. Oh, don't get me onto that.
Well, 1 mile an hour over the limit as well. I mean, come on.
Yeah, 34 and a 30.
Yeah, I got done for doing 79 on the motorway.
I thought you were going to say 97.
Oh no, 99 I got done for. I got 6 points for that one. But if you think about it, I was I travelled 25,000 miles a year. So if I drove like a dickhead, I'd be banned. Do you know what I mean? And the thing is, it's supposed to be 10% plus 2, and which is 79. So I shouldn't have been done. But anyway, I got a speed awareness course out of it. But yeah, sorry, I went a bit off.
What gets me is you get two options. You do a speed awareness course and pay 95 quid.
Yeah.
Or you take 3 points and pay 100 quid.
Yeah. Points don't make prizes for me. But did you know, this is a bit of a top tip for you. There's more traffic wardens in the United Kingdom than there are members of the armed forces. That's a fact, that is. That's a fact, I swear to God, there's more traffic wardens.
Mate, that does not surprise me, I tell you.
An absolute fact. I've got you back online, guys, so I can get back in the live chat. Let's see if I'm...
Well, we'd be all right when Russia attacks then, right? All the traffic wardens we've got.
It's still coming up as the Don TV. What apps? I don't know what's going on.
It is. Look at that.
I've literally just restarted my computer, and then it had to flip it update, and then.
Mate, do what I do. Just give up.
I haven't worked out how to actually type a chat on here yet, because there's so many people saying hello, and you can't say hello back. But hey, Ricardo, how you doing, mate? Susan.
Yes.
Everyone else.
Steve, giving it.
I found that you can only private chat. You can't do the communal chat.
No, I can't even work out how to put a communal chat in on this restream thing.
It's at the top. Chats. If you look at the top.
Oh fuck!
There's a square box with chats at the top.
Yeah,
I can't see that.
Is that on your phone or on the laptop?
I'm on the tablet, I am.
Yeah, I'm on a laptop.
I'm on my tablet. It's actually working and playing ball for the minute.
Yeah, but he won't let me. He won't let me comment. Only in the private chat.
Right. Yeah, I can see the private chat, but I can't see the communal one. Yeah.
See if this works. No.
Yeah, them smart motorways are a bitch, aren't they?
I'm just gonna. Yes, yeah, they are. So anyway, who else was at the show today? Sharpie's Koi. Yes, your legend. Do you know him?
Sharpie will be at Tuberfest.
Yeah, he was there. He was there today, wasn't he? What a lovely
He
chap.
always turns up late, doesn't he?
He's what?
He always turns up late.
No.
He gave me a mug. He's still in the box downstairs. But yeah, that's what I mean. Like, you've got subscribers that are really, like, you're all like friends, and but you don't know what they look like, and you only know.
Yeah.
So it's really weird going to the shows. But I absolutely loved it today. It's fantastic.
Paul was there with his young lad, the guys that we met at Daryl's.
Yeah, and he was with his missus, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I managed to go, all right, Paul, how you doing? You're a jammy bastard. And then I was dragged off by someone else and never managed to catch him on the way back round because he wanted to have a chat.
Yeah.
There was quite a few people I never got round to chatting to.
We got, when I was, after that Koi Heaven thing, I was absolutely knackered, guys, because I had no sleep whatsoever. And I just wanted to get home. And I was worried about being tired on the way home, but me and him were like overtaking and stuff all the way. It's flipping brilliant. All the way until he turned up, I think Wolverhampton or somewhere. So yeah, it definitely made the ride home a bit more.
Yeah, pair of fucking boy racers.
No, but we were safe. It was, I mean, he had his kids.
Yeah.
You know, like the speed limit's like 60, but you sit behind a caravan or a VW camper or cyclists, and you just can't overtake because it's all bends. So then I'd overtake. And I'd be like, yeah, I've left him. And then I'd look in my mirror and he's back behind me again. I was like, what
I'm surprised you could get that fast with your fucking U-boat on wheels.
Bro, that does 0 to 60 in 6.2 seconds. It's a 3-litre turbo diesel rocket ship. Trust me.
Well,
and I can fit 8 lengths of 3 meters of 4-inch, like proper 4-inch pipe in it.
You should have seen all his merch he had crammed into his boot today. It was stuffed.
He was, wasn't he? He was. I did well with the merch today. I got rid of a few mugs and stuff. So
yeah, but
yeah,
it's not a Jaguar, though, is it?
No, it's not a Jaguar. No.
No. It don't break down.
It don't break down. All the doors open.
And it doesn't.
I bet he wished he'd slept in that instead of that tent that Haven weekend.
I bet he does, yeah.
I will go back and I'm going to rent a van the next one. And definitely, like, I'm staying for the 2 nights because that, like, for me, the BKKS was flipping brilliant. Like, you've got to remember, I used to do the BKKS as a trader years ago, and it was really flipping clicky. And the whole Koi community's just come so far. I think it's due to YouTube and the likes of you, Vince. You absolute flipping legend. There's
but no, absolutely. I'm talking about which, with this being the last show in the show calendar for 2025, I, for me personally, think it has finished on a top note because the guys up at Birmingham and West Midlands have really pulled it out of the bag for me this year.
Yeah, I thought it was really good. But don't forget, you've got the the Koi collection.
I was just about to say,
weekend.
You've got Koi collection open day. Is it Saturday?
Saturday, yeah, next Saturday.
Saturday 11th.
Yeah.
At Koi collection. So if you're able to get through Koi collection next Saturday, I know this reprobate over here in the corner will definitely be there. I'm not sure if I'm going to be there or not. And then the following Saturday, we have the finale for the Koi season, and that is this year's Koi Tuberfest.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And
I'll film that.
Not forgetting, Rick's Ticket Day on the Sunday.
Today, you know, when I go to the shows, like I was explaining to you guys today. So when I go to work, I just take the camera. I'm like, I film myself. Good morning, you legends, and then I set it up on a tripod and I just work. Whereas today, when I walked in, as soon as I got like a few meters in, I was chatting, and I'm out with Scrags, Craig, and then me and him were having a walk. And it's literally you're just chatting to people. So it was so difficult to film and just putting names to faces of subscribers and stuff and all that. And that old guy that used to be a customer, I'm going to mention him in my next video so that he gets in touch, because he was a friend. Do you know what I mean? He used to come in every weekend to the store. But then when I left, I'd never seen him again until today. And I looked at him, I was like, I recognise you. And then it all just come flooded back. What an absolute legend.
Question in the comments, Vince, for you.
I just saw that. I was waiting for Perky to finish chatting.
Sorry, go on.
Paul Windmill. The jammiest person in the koi hobby at this moment in time.
Who's that, Paul Windmill?
Paul Windmill, yeah.
Yeah, he's on the chat tonight.
Yeah, he was at the show today, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Sorry,
It's
guys.
good to see you today, Paul.
It was great to see you today, Paul.
And thanks for watching my videos as well, mate. I appreciated that.
Yeah.
We'll be there on Sunday. And if you are available, would you help me choose a koi? Yes, I will be there on the Sunday, mate. And yes, I will help you choose a koi. If you rub some of that luck up on me. Because I tell you what, at the Koi Haven event, he won media, he won this, he must have won 7 out of 9 fucking
he had all the tickets.
Prizes.
He had all of them.
And then Crafty does the competitions, koi competitions, which I will have a code for very soon. More on that later. Yeah, and goes on to Crafty's and wins the fucking auto feeder and the 2 bags of sake as well. I mean, Jesus Christ, that bloke could step in shit and come out smelling like roses.
Just stick the lottery numbers in the comments.
But that's what I mean. He keeps winning all this stuff. He still ain't done the lottery.
Dear me. Oh man.
Yes, Paul, I can do that for you, mate.
I think he's a local. I think he's Wolves. I remember.
Oh,
yeah, if that's where he went when Steve was with him on the way back. Wolverhampton, you said, Steve, right?
What was that? Oh, yeah, I'm sure he come off at Wolverhampton.
Yeah.
You know, like
he'll tell us in a sec.
Yeah. There's a bit of a delay on there, isn't there? He's just laughing.
Oh.
Yeah, I got a big run on the camera today for a little bit. So
Big Frank, did you say?
Big Frank and Big Ron. So I am literally going to go back tomorrow night, go in there and just literally I'll just walk around as I would normally, filming myself. Probably at least get half an hour of footage in it, and then I'll just upload it. And then
I bet you make it about 10 foot, and someone will go, Perky, and you're not going to go, oh, I can't, I'm filming.
No, but that's what I mean. I'll just literally, if I only get halfway around, I'll just get halfway around. But what I could do is, if I stop and talk to people, they can introduce themselves, then I'll stop recording. Do you know what I mean? And then when I move on, I'll hit it again until the next person comes up. Because I love the shows for that reason, because, you know, people watch the channel, they watch your channel and all that, and then you go to the show. And a lot of people just look at you and smile and give you a thumbs up, whereas they should just come over.
Yeah.
Yes.
Or they grab hold of your hand as you're walking past.
Yeah.
I get loads of people coming up to me saying, is it all right if I have a quick word with Perky?
Brilliant.
Oh.
The Big Frank didn't ask.
Yeah, make sure you have a chat with Big Frank tomorrow. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Who owned VAT 16? Why, Dan? That's the VAT with the beautiful Akamatsu brand, was it not?
Or wasn't it the one with the...
That was 14, wasn't it? What fish do you reckon's won it? Does anyone know what fish won?
I've got a sneaky suspicion that I reckon that if Simon's Sankey or Simon's Kahaku doesn't take GC.
So we're talking about VAT 18.
No.
See, I picked a Kahaku and a Sankey to win out of VAT 18. I'm sure.
No, it's VAT 3.
VAT 3.
It was VAT 3, Steve.
The one with the big tank showing. The one with the big tank showing.
So there was just an absolutely outstanding Sankey.
Yeah, had 2 Kahaku in there, big one, a small one.
Yeah.
That was VAT 3. That was.
Well, VAT 3 then, guys. VAT 3.
Yeah.
That the fish in that vat belonged to Simon from up North Koi Pond.
Yeah.
Well done, mate. That Sankey is to die for, literally. Like the Kahaku, both the Kahaku are nice. I rated the bigger Kahaku better, but then Steve, the absolute legend, points at me.
Get in, Simon!
And then I think the slightly smaller one.
Tony Barker's just come in the comments. Simon won grand champion with his Sankey.
There you go.
Yes, I'll fucking shop to bits.
Yeah.
Well done, bro. Well done. Let me tell you, like, I walked round, well, we all walked round about 2 or 3 times. I looked in every single vat, and for me, that Sankey was like by far the better fish. Yeah. So well done, mate. Well done. Absolutely well done.
I gotta say, for me, best non-go Sankey was Tony's Akamatsuba.
Yes. But that must have just been under 65 centimeters, wasn't it? Because that was a big fish.
Just. And that Akamatsuba was picked by Susan, because he asked Susan to help him pick 2 Akamatsubas, and that's one of them.
Yeah.
Absolutely phenomenal.
Spam flipping tastic. So legend.
Well, and he got size.
If you want advice on selecting the best guy,
Tony's just put in the comments, Greg. He also took size 5 champion with his Kahaku.
Yeah.
Well, that was off. That was off Josh, wasn't it?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
What, in the same vat? Is that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So which one was that? Was that the big one or the smaller Kahaku?
Size 5 would have been the bigger one, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I originally picked that as well as like to be a top contender. But
I said to you, didn't I? It'd be over the Kahaku or that Sankey that took it.
Oh yeah, no, the Sankey definitely won hands down. But like me and Steve were having a debate because I said the Kahaku, Bree said there's no break between the red and the tail, and he was absolutely flipping right. But the rest of it was so stunning that I didn't flipping notice it. Do you know what I mean? You just get blinded by it, don't you? By the pattern and you know the deepness of the red and in general. So that's when I picked the slightly smaller one, and in my opinion, he picked the right one.
That's a result, because it's only his second show as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Blimey. Okay.
Because he showed at that show last year for the first time.
Yeah.
So yeah, absolutely awesome. Tony Barker saying best non-go Sankey grand champion was the size 5 Shiro Atsuri. There was a couple of really nice big Shiros at the show today. And
was one.
You out there know I love a black and white.
Yeah, about halfway down as you first come in the first hole, there was one, and you know it was so white, and the black of the head was so white. It was that was one sexy fish. But I think when I went down, there was a Tancho Goshki in there. There was a few of us, but that was the only fish that stood out on that vat. I'm not sure what vat number it was, but yeah, that was like I think because I did do some filming, so I think that's in the film. And I was like, I was looking. I didn't say I'm not someone to put.
Look at that! Look at that! Look at that old lucky family. Look, he's left boy here today as well.
What's that?
For windmill. My lad won a koi whales at the show today. Do it, Sankey.
He flipped it, didn't he?
Unbelievable.
Evening, Jim Bob. No time schedule here. Pop in and out when you like. But mate, Paul, you got to do the fucking lottery, man.
Definitely.
Jesus.
There was another fish there that as a novice like me, really blew me away. And I think that someone just mentioned that 16. It might have been 16 or 17, but there was that amazing looking Achiba in there.
Yeah.
And that I thought was an incredible looking fish.
Yeah. It was
absolutely beautiful.
Tony.
Yeah, like the Kahaku pattern of, but it had it all on the bottom as well, like a level line on the bottom. It was
amazing.
Was that Phil Norton's back, was it? The one with the black Zeus in?
That was nice.
It was, yeah.
I think it was.
The Gimrin Commander.
It was. So
yeah.
Also, if I
Matsukobaki.
When I first looked in, I thought it was a Deutsch fish, and I was like, it's a Comumria, or if it's scaled, because he had a few Gimrin scales, then it's Matsukobaki.
Yeah.
But we was having a bit of a debate over it.
Fuck me down with a pepper duster. I looked at that and I thought that was fucking Comumria.
But it
just goes to show. But Tony's in the comments here. Simon's fish that won Grand Champion this year was at the show last year in size 3.
Yeah.
So yeah, he has done a phenomenal job raising it. 100%. Absolute fucking banger of a fish.
To keep that fish that clean and the body shape and the skin and everything was just fair play. That's what it's all about, isn't it? That is what it's all about.
That's what happens when you got heat and sake.
I heard you say today, Steve, by the way, that the furthest you'll travel to do a pond is about 2 hours.
It's now an hour and a half.
I was going to say, I'm going to book you now. Then you can come and do my indoor pond for me.
Yeah.
I'll travel anywhere. I'm a whore, like literally. I just love. Like I'm lucky because I'm self-employed. I can work for what I want. So if I go out and do a quote and I get a good vibe, I'll do it. Do you know what I mean? But if I go out and I think the geezer's got flipping kids in his basement, and I won't go anywhere near him.
Jesus,
no, but that's the truth of it. But for good people, you will flipping travel because I love my job, and there's nothing better or more fulfillful to complete something for someone that you actually like and click with and get on with and all the rest.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, like Sally's pond. I quoted her for 2 days. It's day 4 on Monday. But do you think I'll charge her another single penny? No, I won't. Because she's been through the absolute mill share. Since 2001, she's lost her husband. She's had so much crap in her life. And she's such a lovely lady. Like I love my job. You know what I mean?
You're a good man, mate. You're a good man.
YouTube chipping to cover that. So it is what it is. But I'll travel anywhere I want to build a pond, definitely. And I'll travel just to watch you driving that car, mate. Because you're flipping. I've watched your videos this week. Just go do your volume.
You should see the simulator thing, mate. It's fucking amazing.
Yeah, come and have a go on the simulator. You'd love that.
Well, I'll be down in 2 weeks, won't I?
Yeah, mate.
Yeah, well, indeed.
Definitely. So I might take you up on that and come down on Friday. I don't know.
Yeah, do that. Yeah.
I'll have to let you know in the week. Because then it'll be more of a full day then, won't it? And then I can just drive back.
Yeah, just come here, mate, on the Friday, stay the night here, and we can just go down there on the Saturday morning.
And then back here Saturday evening.
Yeah.
So what time does it finish? 4 o'clock. So you're about 2 hours away from me, yeah. How long did it take you today to get there?
2 hours.
2 hours.
Yeah, so you're because literally that show was at the end of my road.
Well, it's an hour and 59 minutes, mate.
That would do. You accepted.
And you're going to get a nosebleed or a headache because you're going
really quickly, though.
Challenge accepted. I've got 6 points left.
Yeah, right. Yeah. What do you need all them for?
I'm trying to save them for a toaster. Do you remember
it's only 3 weeks of pizza bill, so it's only 1 hour and 40.
Yeah. Don't knock the cries that I love my car, guys. I love my car. I've had it for like 10 years, I think. I've done 250,000 miles in it. And
you can't argue with that. You can't argue.
It's a 2008, and I drive around and people just stop and stare at it. Do you know what I mean? It's like,
isn't that what the pimps drive around in America?
I think it's like a gangster. Like, imagine if the windows are blacked out and the back windows drop and a Tommy gun comes out Like, look, he just suits that gangster.
Is there much difference between a pimp and a gangster in America?
Yeah. Like,
You need to get one of them air suspensions on it, so when you pull up onto the toy shows.
Oh, like the old air ride suspension.
Yeah, bouncing at the traffic lights.
No, that's hydraulics. No, that's not going to happen. It'd fall apart if I did that every day. I thank God for keeping it running. I really do, honestly.
Oh man.
10 o'clock. But there will be a video come the end of the week or the start of next week to give you all the details for everyone that has had their name pulled and those that have been invited. So, yes, it's going to be an awesome day. And it's going to be an awesome weekend because we've got Rick's got his ticketed event on the Sunday as well. So, but there's going to be some fish on.
There's a competition for the fish. Is there like a draw where you put some money in and then you can win a fish?
We are looking at doing something like that as well.
Okay. If I win it, I'm going to give it to Terry's pond.
Yeah, like I said, there's a fish or two here that you can put in Terry's pond.
Yeah. So that's doing great. That is, like, even the koi that I had off Craig have come round. Do you know what I mean? Like, they all looking really good. There's just that big old shower, and he's not eating as much, but he's quite an old fish. Do you know what I mean? So, but they're all doing really good. I've got to go back next. I'm going to get it winterized before I go away. So I'll do a video.
Do you lay off the food then, do you?
Say again.
You back the food off as well when you go away, do you?
Yeah. So they're on. So I bought a medium-sized bag of hikari. The red one, the gold, and then I got a wheat germ, so like it's 50-50 at the minute, but they're only small pellets, so they're a bit easier to digest because there is different size fish in there. But yeah, that's down. I think that pond is down to about sort of 14 degrees now. So look, it comes quick, and winter comes quick. I don't think people realise. Yeah. 1 minute your pond's 20 degrees, and then 4 weeks later it's at flipping 13. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly, Paul. You fucking tell him. Sort your fucking life out, Dan, and be there on fucking time.
What's that? I'll miss it.
Sharpie's toy.
I can't because I've got my phone. Can you see me?
Can you see that?
I can't see the flipping chat. I can't see the chat, and I've got it's on the screen and it's on there. I'll see myself in a minute. Because I can't. Yeah, that's no good. I think I need different glasses. Anyway.
Yeah.
Do you want me a little background? It's the Don TV. It's my new channel.
It's back to front. I think we're all back to front, actually, aren't we?
Yeah, I think it's because I've got the camera on the back.
I think mine is as well, and Craig's is back to front because the writing behind him's backwards.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm the right way around.
I don't know. You are.
You're never right, Vince.
No, you're round the wrong way.
There is that. There is that.
This is the only way to tell, isn't it? And I'm not advertising this, by the way, but that's probably backwards, is it?
Yep.
Yeah. And I think you're round the wrong way, Vince, because your door definitely ain't on that side of you.
Yeah. I think it's because I'm using my back camera, the back one instead of the front one. So I can't see my screen.
Should never use your back camera, mate.
Never.
Well, you only ever use your front one.
And if you have to, and you can't, then just make sure you use some lube, guys.
It's more the right way around, no?
No.
Andrew.
Just further away.
Andrew Morrow in the comments. He's a long time subscriber. He is hilarious. He sends me down Jaffa cakes to the farm. And he says the difference between a pimp and a gangster is one will get you blown and the other will get you blown away. Absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, I'm the one that'll blow you away. So what are you dropping another video tonight, Vince?
It's already dropped.
No, while we've been online.
Yeah.
That's why there's only 5 watching now. They've all gone over to watch the video.
I watched it.
But Jim, it's all right for you. You're into all your cameras and your technology, and your gadgets and stuff. Whereas, as I proved to Steve earlier on today, me and technology don't mix.
I'm the same, mate. I'm the same. How I pull this off, I have absolutely no flipping idea.
I had an action cam and I went on my lad's stag do and lost it in the sea in Cardiff. Wounded. All the footage was on there and everything.
Oh no. What?
It's not having much action at the bottom of the sea, is it?
I was hoping it was going to turn up.
What's the action cam?
Imagine you got like, find my phone and you're like walking around the set.
I think Perky is the only one I know who still uses an iPhone 8.
No, yeah, I use the iPhone 8.
No, yeah.
But the actual phone that I'm on now is like it's a 12 actually. It's not even a 13. It's a 12, but it does the job and the battery lasts. But my iPhone 8, the battery kept dying while I was filming. But what I do is I take it now because you can literally stick it underwater and it will film the fish underwater, which I think is pretty spam flipping fantastic. And if it does break, I don't care, do you know what I mean? Because I've had it since, well.
Mine used to be able to do that until I fucking cracked the screen.
Yeah. Have you had that fixed?
No. Fucking 250 odd quid they want.
Yeah.
To replace fucking screen on a fucking Chinese fucking phone.
That's madness. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Absolutely fucking ridiculous. So it can just stay like that until I'm due an upgrade next April.
That's not too bad, is it? Guys, listen, I've run out of beer, so I'm just going to nip off, grab myself a beer, and I'll be right back.
All right, mate.
No.
Testicles. I knew it was going to be one or the other.
Didn't take him long to run out of beer, though, did it?
No, it didn't, did it?
Did you see Ronnie there today, Vince?
No, I didn't.
Ronnie was there from Five Towns.
Was he? I didn't see him.
Yeah. He must have been before you got there.
But I know what you're saying, Susan, and I know why he does it, because I tell you what, I try using this on the microscope and trying to work out which one is the right one, and then to get it still enough to be able to fucking see on the screen what's in the phone. Yeah, give up. I don't. My son, my oldest boy, kept running out here the other day.
Sorry, God. Oh, shit. Oh, I kicked my lamp.
See, he's slipping on the loop now.
Oh, look.
Trying to see which glasses are better.
So how does the your little light up display work, Steve? Oh, there it is.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Who'd you get that from?
Fantastic. At the koi show, it was only 20 quid, changes colour and everything. But you just have to plug it into a power bank. But I thought it looked nice in the background when it comes to that. Changes colour. He makes
which stand did you get it from?
It's from the guy, Vince, that you were talking about the drum as we walked up.
Levo.
Yeah.
Yes.
As you come in, it was like on your left, just after the
Levo.
Yeah.
It's really smart. Look in the background. And he makes every laser cut all out, makes it all himself. There was like wooden stuff that he'd laser cut koi and stuff on. I could have bought loads of stuff off there. He had these as well.
Wow. Andrew, bless him.
You know that?
We'll have to do a whip round to get you a new phone, Vince. I keep thinking I've got a cataract.
That's true, that he's been. He's got a flipping point there. He's got a flipping point.
If I get the camera at the right angle, I was showing Steve earlier, if I get the camera at the right angle, it disappears.
Yeah.
But then the sun will change position and you go, oh, bastard.
What if you put like a screen protector over the top of it? Would that work?
No, because where the little camera is, there's a crack. It goes right across the corner of it. So it'll have to wait until.
I can't see a flipping thing through them.
Mate, will you stop chopping and changing your glasses? We're getting referred to as old geezers here because we're all fiddling about with our specs.
Terrible, isn't it?
Yeah.
Cheers, Susan.
Isn't it?
It's only the last couple of years. I only went for reading, and at first it was like for doing like when you have to set the timer on an auto clean when it's really small, or reading the back of your steak. But then it's progressed, and I don't know what the flipping hell's going on. So
it's called old age, Steve. It happens to the best of us.
I love the way you flirt with me, Vince.
Trouble is, you end up with like a pair for this, pair for that, and it's like I'm always don't know which ones I'm supposed to have on my face. It's nightmare.
We'll get there.
Crafty, have you travelled it, or are you stopping in God's country?
Say again.
Just asking if Crafty's travelled it, or whether he's still in God's country.
I reckon he stopped over and he's spooning with fucking Hadfield.
He was on form again today, Lee was, wasn't he?
Oh, mate, wasn't he just? I love him to bits.
First time I've met him face to face.
Yeah,
and Anthony, actually, Crafty. It's good to see you today, Crafty.
Yeah.
That Crafty, he has his moments, when he's not being a bumper. Oh, no, he's back home.
Yeah.
Andrew says, my eyes haven't got worse. It's just my arms are not long enough.
That's the trouble.
See me camera go like
What sounds a bit dodgy, Susan? Now what am I getting blamed for? Hey, I'm not the one that was walking around a garden centre showing people tubes of lube.
Well, sometimes needs must, Vince. Sometimes needs must.
Yeah.
It was when he was coming out of the bushes with the lube. That was a bit disturbing.
I know.
Don't even taste the flipping strawberry.
It's only supposed to smell of strawberry, isn't it?
The smell. I thought it was supposed to taste like it.
I don't know.
Gosh. It's just going straight at me flipping nose. No, it doesn't smell like strawberry either.
Dear me.
Now, I thought you'd have been going for pineapple.
Yes.
I mean, you spent most of the day talking about pineapple.
To you, because the reason is, I've mentioned pineapple juice makes you taste like pineapple, but also it kills parasites in humans. Well, one of my subscribers messaged me and he said that he was really struggling with arthritis for years and years and years, and he started drinking pineapple juice every day. He's probably in the chat right now, and all his arthritis, he's got no swelling, he's got no pain or anything, just for drinking for a bit of pineapple juice. And his spunk tastes like.
Yeah, I'm still popping up.
It's like, what have you got to lose doing by drinking pineapple juice? It tastes great.
What are we talking about now?
Rob Fox has just come up in the comments. Lube is not for eating, Perky.
Yeah. Well, no squirting up your flipping nose, because now
I don't have any trouble with my camera.
Look at that. Look at that. That's class, that is it.
I don't have any trouble with my camera.
What's that?
I'll tell you what, we should all go back to those sorts of phones and get away
Fucking
from all
dog.
that.
Barking, you can hear us.
Doubles up as a doorstop.
Oh, yeah.
Stop it.
You remember the ones when they first came out? It had a battery about this big with the phone on the top of it, didn't it?
Panasonic, yeah.
Yeah.
Showing our age now. Not only the glasses, but the phones.
Yeah. First at the old Nokias. Flipping out. Yeah, I had one of them where you had the battery. That was my first phone. It was absolutely outrageous. Just to have it per month, never mind to flipping use it.
Did you speak to Mike from Koi Beginnings today, Vince?
I didn't manage to get to catch up. Managed to say, all right, Mike, but
just a little plug for him. He's set up on his own. That's Mike at Koi Beginnings.
Oh, is that what he's been building at home?
Yeah, one of the nicest guys on the circuit. To be fair, one of the nicest guys on the circuit, and he's set up on his own. There is a story behind it, but I don't want to. I'm not going. Well, I'll just let him.
That looks backward. Does that say Shinzen?
SHINZEN Koi.
Shinzen Koi, yeah.
Yeah. Shinzen.
That looks good.
Nice.
Yeah, so that's Mike at Koi Beginnings.
So I've got a delay. I'm this later than when I'm hearing it. Do you know what I mean? I have to look because there's a bit of because I can't see my screen, obviously.
Ladies and gentlemen, do you not think that this is the most handsome man on YouTube?
Oh, yeah. Bar none.
He's off, look. He's like, you've done it again. You stitched me up, Vince. Coffee stash.
Pete's Outlet, I.
Yes, that's why I'm on the coke.
Oh yeah. You shouldn't be saying that in public, mate.
I'm sticking to water. I don't drink anything.
Yeah. Those cans of water are amazing, aren't they?
Yeah. You know, you got to look after your healthy body, healthy mind.
Yeah. Oh.
Hang on, what's Chris saying in the comments? Evening all, can't talk, is very drunk, enjoying my birthday drinks. Well, Chris, happy birthday, my son. That's budget keeper, Chris. Truck driving extraordinaire.
He's not that drunk. Look how good that typing is.
I know, isn't it?
That's me being wrong.
Yeah.
I think Susan was referencing me then in the comments, guys. So don't think it's you because it's definitely me.
Isn't that right? You fucking caveman.
Caveman. Yeah, I've mentioned that in the video because should I talk about my complaints? Can I talk about my complaints? So like in the video, that bog swamp one, it had like 10,000 views, which is like I normally only get about 2,500, 3,000. So I guess there's new people that have watched. So I did get 3 negative comments, but I did get like 160 really good ones. But I did say because look, if you're watching the first time, you might think, who's this idiot? Do you know what I mean? And that's why you leave bad comments. But yeah, so but I have had people that have gone left negative comments, but then they've actually stayed and joined and watched, and now they're happy with the channel. So
just call Frank.
Yes.
Yeah, Big Frank, what a legend.
Yeah, there is a few. Yeah, Big Frank could have been a problem, guys, but got some happy subscriber now, likes to comment. So obviously his name's not Big Frank on YouTube, but
Here's the Big Frank. Cheers.
Yeah, cheers, Big Frank.
Cheers, Big Frank.
Crafty wanted to link to join. Crafty always wants to link to join. There was one put up in the comments. Hang on, I've got to find the right fucking button again now. But don't just shut up because I'm trying to sort this out.
Yeah, come on, Vince, hurry up. Oh, dear.
Oh,
don't go saying things like that, Sunshine. I can't see the buttons at the moment. I'm putting a link in for Crafty.
Outrageous.
Nothing like being put on the spot.
How's my hair looking? I can't see for about 15 seconds.
At least you've got some.
We've got Steve. We've got Steve, the absolute legend. Oh yeah. Your car channel, honestly.
Absolutely spamtastic.
I've hit the notification bell and everything. Like you just putting that engine together and all that was flipping brilliant. And I'll definitely come and watch you when you race.
I hope so, mate. Yeah, it'll be good.
Yeah, just because I was in the car trade from when I was kicked out of school till I started at Shirley and Quakes. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah.
Cars and koi, mate. It goes together.
Cars and koi.
There you go,
mate. So for those that are watching and would like to tune into your channel, is that your channel name that you've?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Steve 2007.
Steve O'Lube 207.
That's my other channel.
I'll stick to OnlyFans. I do. I bought a load of Makita tools with all the money I've got off there. It's amazing what women want you to
do. you lap dancing from Makita tools.
100%.
Oh.
We've gone right off track. It usually happens. Susan says, "Look, you got kicked out of school."
Susan, I did. I've always been a bit of a rebel and a self-thinker, and I didn't get well. But they said I'd end up in prison because when I was at school, I was only allowed in 4 lessons. Believe it or not. So
thanks, Paul.
They kicked me out at 15, and I started in the car trade, and I had my own business by the time I was 19. So yeah, I got that wrong.
By the time I was 19, I'd done Operation Desert Storm and 6 months in Northern Ireland.
Yeah. Fair play, bro. I'll tell you what, I wouldn't fight for this country now. Tell you didn't get after all. You know, there's vets on the flipping streets. Like, #1 priority is anyone that comes back from any war, any flipping war, should be retired, paid every single day of their life, every week, given a flipping home, everything, and they're just not. It's disgusting. I'm sorry, guys.
Mate, you ran on. How we doing?
All good, brother.
Evening.
Crafty.
Evening. Nice to meet you guys today.
Yeah, it's good to see you.
Okay.
Probably.
I'll be the first to put cam cream on. True story.
I fucking hate cam cream.
Come on then. What's your views on today's show?
I fucking loved it.
Good. Really good.
Highlights? Don't say Si winning the group. Fuck
Simon winning.
No, bollocks. That's bollocks, man. No. What's your highlight? What was your highlight? Not Simon winning. That's Simon's highlight.
No, but to see us seeing him win that is a highlight because he deserves it.
Okay.
He's worked so hard.
Yeah, his fish were very good.
Yeah.
He was one of the main reasons I went up this weekend, and that was to
right. So Simon aside,
yeah.
Let him celebrate his victory. Highlights.
Craig let me touch his bum.
Oh, no, I think I touched your bum today as well, Craig. Actually,
like 2 seconds, but he didn't twitch, he didn't flinch, he didn't do anything. I was like,
he's used to it, mate. Isn't he? He's used to it.
Mate, for a small venue, I thought it was well placed, well set out. Atmosphere was great. Definitely enjoyed myself, and I will definitely be going back next year.
Yeah.
Cool, man. What about you,
Scruggs? There's still another day tomorrow.
What about you, Scruggs?
I always enjoy them anyway, but yeah, the atmosphere was great, to be fair, and everybody just mingling and getting on with each other, yeah.
But you, Perks?
Just touching Craig's arm, honestly, I was blown away. Like, I didn't need no lube, nothing. It was just Now, honestly, on a serious note, I walked around that show, and that Sankey for me was the best koi there. There was some fantastic koi there. I love the fact it was a junior koi show. Do you know what I mean? I love the fact it's at the end of the year, and even though it's small, the atmosphere in there was just phenomenal. Like, it was buzzing. The same as the BKKS. I don't know.
Okay. Steve-O, was this your first koi show?
No, I went to the BKKS in the summer, which was excellent, and I didn't really know what to expect from this one. But being a much smaller show, I actually thought it was as good as the national. Personally, myself, as a BKKS, because I mean, you could walk around it fairly quickly, but you know,
close and neat, wasn't it? Close and neat.
Yeah. And you could walk around it once and then go around again and speak to all different people. It was brilliant.
Brilliant. Absolutely spot on. Brilliant.
And then Big Frank as well was just like, that just popped it off at the end.
Stole the show. Literally. All eyes were on Frank, let me tell you.
No, it's brilliant.
What were your thoughts?
What did
Do you
you
want
think?
my honesty?
Go on.
Okay, so cool. I'm just winding you up. This year's show, I'm not looking at the atmosphere per se. I'm looking at the fish. All right. I would like to congratulate every single person that put fish in them vats today, because the standard that I seen was exceptional. There was great fish in every single vat, right? And actually so I was there last year on the first year as a dealer, so I got to see that show. And this year, the standard went through the roof in comparison. The competition, when I was, especially I think size 3 Kahaku, was absolutely insanely hard, and the quality of that variety at that side was superb. Was the GC? Absolutely.
100%.
Absolutely easy. And I'm not saying, I would say if I didn't think it was the GC, I'd say it's not my GC. I had 2 fish in there. He also had a Kahaku, which was on point as well. But for me, the Sankey edged it on technicality through difficulty of having 3 colours at once. Sankey's still got a bit to do, and that Kahaku has got a lot of growth left in it as well. That Kahaku, if he can keep the quality of that fish and get it bigger, probably try and get another 10-15 cm on it for next year, right? That's going to be a competitive fish. The overall, the Ginrin there was good. There was another 2 Matsue Kahaku that I've seen that was superb as well. Oh, okay. Cheers, Tone. Yeah, I really think that size was so. There was 5 fish that it could have gone any way in that size. 5 fish for me. I didn't see all of the sizes, so it was hard. If people were just over or just under, it was hard for me to know which ones they were, because the sizes were at the back of the bats, which for me was probably the only criticism. And that's because I'm looking at it from a selfish point of view, because I like to see whereabouts they sit in the size category.
Did Big Ron win anything? Do you know Big Ron from Shirley Aquatics? Did he win anything? Because he had some.
I don't know. No, I think only the GC's been announced, and I wouldn't like to nick anyone's fire, so to speak. People need to see tomorrow what they've won, in my opinion. We know the GC is quite a normal thing now. So there was some really good fish for a small show. Absolutely, hats off.
Yeah. And
hats off. What I would say is, though, the disappointing thing for me was that only 2 people set that show up all week. That's disappointing.
You're a big
Only
Ron.
2 people? What? Sorry, Crafty.
Set it up. There's only 2 people that set it up.
Yeah, Big Ron.
Yeah.
Big Ron was one of them because he
Yeah.
mentioned
I
me.
think there was more than that.
No,
They've
not
been
from
setting
what
it
I
up all week. I know Rob Dale was there. I know Tony Barker does a lot there.
Okay. I got
I
maybe
wouldn't know to comment on that one.
maybe somebody in my ear.
Yeah,
No,
Rob Dale
I
was
didn't
there
confirm.
from Monday. I think Rob Dale was there.
Today, wasn't it? Rob was.
Yeah,
Yeah, Ron was definitely one
and
of
obviously Mike
I'll
was
tell,
all,
I'll,
yeah,
let's put that bit to the side then, because I might
yeah,
be
yeah,
incorrect, and I apologise if I am. But if it is
yeah.
true,
No,
then I hope
it's
that's not true.
Yeah,
with the Birmingham. They all do chip in. They do get cracked on, and
I hope
especially
so.
Tony Barker. Yeah,
I know Tony Barr spoke to Tony today. He's a good egg. He should have been
yeah,
shown
oh yeah,
today as well. In my opinion, he's got some quality fishers, Tone.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The water looked fantastic as well. I think they've done a really good job there.
there were
And,
every
and it was also really nice to see the testing going on. There was a
Yeah,
lot
it
of
was.
water tests going on. It was really good to see.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, we mentioned that earlier, didn't we, Steve?
Yeah. Yeah, impressive.
Like,
Mm.
literally, they were going round the vats, and then when they got to the end, they go round the vats again.
Yeah.
It's not just
see,
a show to them. They do really care about people's speech, don't they? So yeah.
yeah.
And
So
that's
again,
what we said.
I go back, Vince, to say this show I think is a show that anybody can win, because when you look at the size of the fish in them vats today, right, every single one of us has got fish that size. Well,
Yeah.
I think, right, most people, if they haven't, can achieve it. They
Yeah.
don't need a big fancy setup, right? As you like to say, Vince, don't need a big fucking Munchen setup.
No, you don't.
Gazillion. You don't, right? Most people can achieve that and still take away top awards if
Yeah.
they've got the right fish and the right abilities. You know, and for me, I think that's really important. And the other big thing for it, it's right at the end of the season, right? And like I said before, you can grow your fish all season, right? Cut them off, condition them, show them, and if you get the right fish at the beginning of the year, you've got a really good chance of taking some silverware.
That's a really good topic, that actually, because it'd be interesting for some of us sort of newer people to understand what's involved in actually showing a fish, what you need to do, how you go about it. That'll be really, it'll be interesting to me, because I've got a couple of fish that I think will be worth showing at some point. And
okay, right, Vince, let me throw it to you, right? Because Vince was Mr. Anti-show person
I
at one
was.
point, right? I know, but I'm not being pedantic when I say that. And then he went and shown
A chunk of that was fear of the unknown.
Mm. Yep. So what would you advise Steve-O if he wants to enter a show, Vince?
I'd ask him what he wants out of the show first, whether it's to just go and experience the show.
exactly that.
Which was the attitude I took last year. And if you get something, you get something.
Yeah, I would want to go with the lowest expectations possible, just purely for the experience. Anything above that, right, is a bonus, and would be a mega boost if anything, happened.
Well,
Franks, have you shown?
The 2 koi that you bought from Ken, koi collection, if they was there today, would have stood an absolutely fantastic chance of winning.
Oh yeah, that gosh give is
as they sit in his pond today. But when you bag them and you move them and you introduce them into new water in a new surrounding, your fish can change.
Yeah, there was a few koi in there today.
Yeah, that's not uncommon. Fish travel differently. They come from different places, different water sources.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Scrags, have you shown?
No, I'd never do it.
No.
I couldn't do it.
Why couldn't you do it? Why can't
it
you do it?
stresses me out enough getting them out the pond to treat them. So to get them in a bag with oxygen and banding them up and stuff. I know Si, because this is Si's second time. Last year, he was kind of stressing with bagging them up and stuff because it was all new to him. But this year, he's. I ain't saying he's not stressed this year, but yeah, he seems to be more with it this year. And yeah, fair play to him. But no, I couldn't do it properly. No.
But you could, Craig. You really could. Anybody can show koi, right? You know, right? It's like, can you remember the first time you got in a car?
Yeah.
Right, you're like, how the fuck do I do this? You know, like, put the first gear in, rev the bollocks out the engine, stall it, right?
Yeah.
And then you get used to it, don't you? Right? You get used to it,
You
right?
talk yourself.
So, what you do, you take yourself through bagging practice, right? Before it's time to bag your fish up, before you take them to the show. All right. Don't take long to really master putting a fish in a bag with some water and blowing it up like a balloon and tying an elastic band round the end. Don't take long at all. You know, and if anyone wants to know how to bag a fish up, more than happy to tell you. Put a fucking put elastic band round your wrist, right? Fish in, make sure that you've got enough water just so it comes over the top of the gills. Don't have to be full, right? That bit. Oxygen pipe in, blow it up till it's nice and solid, right? Take the pipe out, and then you twist that really tight, but you make sure you keep the twist at the bottom, right? So it pulls that bag in, right? Then all you simply do, drop that elastic band down, turn it, bend it over, 5 wraps round, and then lock it off, right? Double bagged, do that twice, or triple bagged if you want. Do it 3 times, then put it into the box. And generally what you'll find is if the box is the right width, what will happen, it will push that bag in, right, and actually give it more support. All right, honest to God, it's dead easy. But if you've never done it, you should practice it before you actually do it, like for real, because you will really simmer any of your anxieties, really simmer it out. For me, Steve, right?
Wants to actually like put his fish through that. I think that's Craig's reason why he wouldn't want to show. It's not because he doesn't know how to bag koi, or I think like you know
It's the stress of
he doesn't want to put his fish through the stress of being bagged and moved and all the rest of it. Because
I mean, yeah, that's fair, all right. However, what I'll say is, right, if you have a look, right, where these fish have come from, right, how they get handled, constantly netted, constantly bowled. They then get put on an aeroplane in a
I
box with
don't
other
think Stag's
fish.
worried about the stress of the fish. I think it's his own fucking stress levels.
Yeah.
He struggles getting a fish out just to fucking sedate it.
But there's people that would help you, right? So, you know, for me, if you know, Steve-O, right, in order for you to, if you fancy the show scene, right, and you think, in my opinion, I've got fish that can compete, all right, then do what Vince done,
So
right?
fuck it, over it.
Take the bull by the horns, right? Bag your fish up, take them to a show, and see how they get on, right? If they don't hit an expectation, or if you want to learn, then you talk to the judges, all right? I know they can be hard to get hold of sometimes. If you can't get hold of the judges, speak to people that you trust that understand showfish, because they're not pond fish, they're showfish. All right. And then I would happily today I went round with a few people just saying, look at this bit, look at that, right? Nothing wrong with the fish that are on show. Right? But actually, some of the kahaku, as magnificent as they were not quite show ready, where others were super show, like ready to show. And if you look at the differences, right, just in small little details, right, you'll start to understand what a showfish is when you look at the body, the gills, the fins, the body shape, right, and you then start looking at the difference in sizes that are competing against each other. That 3 extra centimeters can make a world of difference in body shape, right? And they're the sort of things that you start
looking around
seeing.
the gut, Steve, and I said to you that kahaku there is nice, but that needs a couple more years.
Yeah.
There was a few of them today.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, it's like the only way that you're going to learn, Steve, is to just go balls deep and just do it, right? And if you're already getting a taste for it now, then I would strongly urge, irrespective right? Irrespective of whether you think your fish are good enough or not, to give it a go.
Yeah.
All right. And then you will then, like Vince, will start learning it's not that difficult to bag your fish up and take them. The difficult part is having a fish that competes. Right.
Yeah.
And if you then get the urge and you start moving into that sort of show fish era, let's say, all right, then you'll start to see fish. You'll spoil your hobby some way because you'll start becoming a little bit particular, but then you will open up a complete new pathway to learning. So that's when you'll start to understand development, fish bloodlines, males versus females, skin quality, benny quality, sumi quality, different types of sumi, different types of fin. It goes down there rather than, oh, that's a nice fish. My eye says that's amazing. But then when you critique it, and you critique it against another fish, that fish isn't always as amazing as what your eye says it is.
Yeah.
When you start really looking.
Yeah. What's the if once someone's sort of made a decision that they'd like to do something like that, what's the process with the organisers that you'd have to go through?
I mean, fairly simple. It's fairly simple. Any open show will put their VATs for sale, and then you put your name down. And if you're in time, if they're doing a first come first serve policy, which they generally do, all right. If you're first in line, you'll get first VAT, right? And then if you're not, then you'll go onto a reserve list because quite often stuff happens with our fish or in our lives that means we can't attend, right? And that opens a VAT up. And then you will be, if you're next in line, you will then be offered a VAT. That's pretty much as simple as it is.
Okay. Because I mean, Dave already put a comment on there. I saw Rocket Boy that
he's already booked his VAT for
next year already. So you've got to be. So is there a time when they open that up?
But where?
For the next junior.
Has he really? Okay.
Yeah, so
I didn't. Well, if they're open, mate. But just Mike Gould is the person to speak to. They're on Facebook, the Birmingham Koi Club. Yeah. Drop them a little text on that and see if you can. And if you commit now, then you've got the whole season to get ready.
Yeah, the whole season for the fish to fall apart.
And that happens. That happens, mate.
Yeah.
You know,
have a season like I've had this season, and you'll be freaking it, especially when you're ready to show. Yeah.
Happened to me this season. The show fish that I chose, mate, for the BKKS net. I've got a killer, Tancho Sankey, absolute world beater, great fish, great sumi, great benny, good benny spot, really white shiroji, body to die for. What happens? It splits its pec 2 days before the show. Can't take it.
Yeah.
Can't take a damaged fish. So in the end, it's like, and then the other one then fucking knocks a scale.
Yeah.
Do they let you have a reserve then? So you're ready to show, and it's not a scale or it's ripped a fin as you're bagging it. Can you swap it for another fish?
Yeah, you can take what fish you want, right?
Yeah.
But what
you don't have to
try
treat. You don't have to tell them in advance or anything.
No, so you do a pre-benching because you have to point score your fish because obviously there's a certain amount of water, different size fish need different types of care. So your fish are point scored. So you can't take a certain amount, like, there's 11 fish, but then you bring 11 80 cm fish. Right? They're going to be crammed in like sardines, right? So that's why you see people with bigger fish only have 3 fish most generally, right, and maybe 1 baby. But that's not always good because big fish like that with a baby can sometimes, cause a bit of an issue. So, but if you take smaller fish, you'll see that some people will take 11 fish, for instance, right? But then that means that they've got more chance of taking some silverware because they're smaller fish, more competitive if they are competitive. So you don't have a reserve. You'll pre-bench, but if a fish takes not, you can take another one. And when you bench at the actual showground, that's the fish that they'll put in. As long as it fits within the point system, it will be benched as done, basically.
That's one of the reasons why I don't pre-bench, because you never know what's going to happen or how they're going to look. So
Yeah,
I don't.
but you should pre-bench, because it really helps the benching team, right? So if the fish that you take are already pre-benched, right, the photos in, all the printing that they do on their thumbnail sheets, that's all ready for them pretty much. If you don't pre-bench, they have to photograph the fish and do all that, and that can sometimes be a bit of a pain in the ass, right? So my advice would be, if you can do, because when you got, let's look at the national, all right, 60 vats of fish, right, 500 fish in total. If no one pre-benched, that's the whole benching team trying to do all of that within a day prior to the show. Right, so help where you can. But then if you don't take them, it don't matter, because that fish ain't present. Then I've only got to take 1 or 2 photos rather than all of your vat.
What about if I slip a fin on the way to the show, or when them benching them at the show? What happens to that fish?
Okay, so if your fish gets damaged, right? So example, down in the southeast koi show, the All England koi show at the weekend just gone. A fish had split its lead dorsal fin.
Evening, Alan. Thanks for joining us, my friend.
If a fish is damaged during transit, and this is another thing where the benching photos, pre-benching, help, because if you can show that fish in that photo is not damaged, when it comes to benching, you're evidencing that fish was okay, and you're also supporting that it's been damaged during transit. That will then allow the judges to overlook that. Right, as long as the benching team come up with a decision of whether that is fresh damage or old damage. If it's old damage, they will generally disqualify the fish.
Yeah.
That's how that works.
Okay.
Any more?
No, I think we're run into.
I'm fucking buzzing, man. I enjoyed that show. That show was banging.
You enjoyed it today. I did.
The competitive fish were absolutely banging.
Something about indoor venues and atmosphere.
Not always.
Don't get me wrong. The atmosphere at the National, both last year and this year, was absolutely fucking awesome. But
the weather helped that one, didn't it?
I found the Great British this year had a good atmosphere indoor. This one had a good atmosphere indoor. I was slightly disappointed with the All England, because I felt the atmosphere was a bit flat.
Okay.
But again, the National, in compared to something like the Great British, they're 2 completely different shows.
Okay.
So
anyone else go to the All England show?
No.
So I would disagree with Vince, right? Because I'm that sort of bloke, right? I actually think
Susan.
the quality of the fish at the All England show down south last week was the best show quality fish in the country.
I didn't say anything about the quality.
I'm saying this is what I think. The atmosphere was actually quite good. I think that sometimes people's experiences may lie in what their expectancies are, right? But actually, the footfall through that show was superb. And what I would say is, Vince, have a look back on your video and have a look how many people were there, and how many fish were being sold, and how many people were buzzing.
Oh no, don't get me wrong. You go back in my video. I mean, I even fucking shouted about your fish.
Oh, cheers, mate.
You
Thanks,
know?
mate. I can't believe you even shouted about my fish.
No, I shout about everyone's fish. But
well, I'm gonna right. So the other thing, Vince. Let's say this right down on your. Let's say your YouTuber fest occurs, right,
yeah,
and then right all the work that you've put in, all the work that Rick's put in. If someone then comes back and said it was no, the atmosphere was shit, how would you feel?
I didn't say the atmosphere was shit.
No,
I
but I'm
said
just
it was a
saying
bit.
that, right?
It felt a bit flat.
Okay, fair enough.
Um,
However, I think we've got to reflect on some things because the amount of people it takes to set that up,
yeah, I know.
and the amount of work that goes into it. The fish were excellent, weren't they? The dealers that were there had amazing fish on sale for cheap,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Loads of dry
It's stated on my
goods.
video.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying what was there, right?
Yeah.
If you was in a different group of people, right, would your atmosphere have been a little bit better, right? Maybe, you know. That's what I'm saying. It's like maybe it's not the show, maybe it's the person, maybe it's just the mood you're in. You know, I'm not saying any of that is true. I'm just saying, but if you think about it, maybe there's personal things that may have changed your opinion. Because from what I've seen, there was a lot of people there that really, really had a good time. I, for one, did not stop. I was glad when everyone fucked off home because I think I wrung the towel out about 15 times because I was sweating. I was sweating like somebody in a playground.
Mate, I know
I think
that.
that's a fair comment. What he's saying, it's about it was lacking something. But I'm just wondering whether if there was more, like today, there was quite a few familiar faces together who were bouncing off each other and creating that
Yeah.
atmosphere, wasn't there?
And
I
you're
don't.
so right. You're so right, Scrags. Right. And
Yeah.
again,
So if you
Vince,
can
I'm
get
not having
them
a go at
people
you,
to
by the way, mate.
no, if you
I'm,
can get them,
I'm trying to create a balance. All right.
yeah,
So
if you can get
you
them
are
people down,
quite right.
yeah, if you can get them people down to the down south, then perhaps that atmosphere will lift a little bit.
It's so right, mate. Right. So
Yeah, yeah,
you know, sometimes, Vince, you may. I'm not saying this is true. Again, I'm just um, speculating. All right. So if you go to a show, right, with the expectation because you're quite a personality in the koi world, all right. People know you. You're very ugly to look at. All right. You've got a distinct feature to look at. That big old beard. All right. Maybe if you didn't have as much interaction with people, then maybe you didn't have such a good time. Where people that don't look for that interaction, they may have had a great time because they wasn't looking for that part of the expectation. Maybe it was that. I don't know. I worked with you. I was on my stand all day, so I don't know. Right? I'm just speculating and it's like trying to build it because that show actually was very good. You know, from what I've seen, the fish were great. If you look in the background of your video, mate, I don't think there was. I don't think you can see a dealer that wasn't boxing up fish.
No,
Right?
there wasn't. But it did seem to empty out Saturday afternoon earlier than what it had done previous years.
You,
So yeah,
I
it
don't know,
was.
Vince. So what I will say
Yeah,
is, mate, that I was run off my feet from open until about an hour before, which I was really grateful for because I was chin strapped, mate.
I know you
And
weren't.
that's an army term. That's an army term for your helmet, your chin strap on your helmet's always looked knackered and fucked because they always got full of sweat and cam cream. So you use because it was a rank old thing. So you
Yeah,
always just say chin strap when you was knackered, like because your helmet chin straps generally were. So you know, I think it depends on the person and what their expectancies were to how that show was. I think actually it was a better show this year than last year, like in every way, in every way. The layout is always the same, which is, I think is probably the only constructive criticism I would have of that place. But I tell you now, next year I will have a bigger stand, right? And hopefully it's as busy as it was this year because I think I can slay that show with the fish that I've seen on sale. I think the fish that I can bring down will absolutely nail it.
Well, I wasn't there last year, but in comparison to the year before, there was a lot less in the way of dry vendors.
Yes, you're
Heard
right.
a lot of people saying that there wasn't the people selling as much food as there was in previous years. Because I always remember in the back hall
In the back hall, the back end used to be full, right? That
used to be
person don't
full.
trade no more, mate. But I'll say this, Vincent, right? So I see it from your point of view, looking in towards that. So if I took a load of dry goods with me, Vince, right? Dry goods don't move much at a koi show, like literally 2% of your sales most, right? So with all the work that's involved in emptying the shop, loading the van, unloading the van, setting it up, right? I'd rather not take it and just take wet goods, i.e. koi,
Yeah, but what I
because
mean
that's what
is,
people tend to buy.
I can't talk about last year, but what I meant is there was vendors that did solely dry goods in that back hall. There used to be two or
Yeah,
three.
that's right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
There was I heard a lot of people actually complaining because they go there to that show to pick up
But
their koi food, and the vendors weren't there for them to be able to do it.
yeah,
And
I
yet
get that. I
there
get that. But
was
if them vendors are not asking to come, that's not on the koi show, right? I'll tell you now, the last 2 years in the industry has been really, really difficult in the hardware and dry goods sales. Really difficult, right? And that's because the confidence in spending has dropped. We're not seeing people, not as many people doing bigger pond projects. We're not seeing people upgrade their equipment. We're not
but
seeing that
yet
at the moment.
on the flip side of it, yeah, you got vendors there that were selling artwork that were more expensive than what most people at that show could afford.
Yes.
So that in itself alienates 3/4 of the clientele that have gone to the show,
Okay, so
right? And
the
you're
the
at a
koi show,
family
the koi
event,
show. Go on.
right? It was a family event where there was children around, and that back room is usually where the bouncy castles and that was where they were selling alcohol. They even had a trade stand selling brandy.
I didn't see any of that. I was in my thing. But what I will say is, them high end ornaments were absolutely fantastic. That
The artwork was
that vendor,
phenomenal.
the artwork, the model of the Japanese fisherman, mate, and the bridges with the Torii Gate and the vases and the drake, mate, they were absolutely first class. That vendor has paid to put his pitch in place. The koi show is not going to turn away the money because it needs the support. And if he sold
No,
one
I
vase,
understand that.
if he sold one vase, right, he's probably gone away happy because he's made his money. All right. But the other thing is,
I wasn't.
what
I
a
was.
great article. What when you see that, irrespective if 3/4 of the people or 80% or 90% of the
I
people,
was. I
I
wasn't
couldn't
talking.
afford it. I
I
couldn't
wasn't
afford
talking
it.
about the ceramic artwork. I'm talking
Right.
about
The
the print,
pictures.
the
Yeah.
prints and pictures. And I don't take anything away from the artist because it's absolutely phenomenal work. But
But his prints were 70
90%,
quid, Vince.
90% of the people that went to that show, I reckon, wouldn't been able to afford the expense of paying 400 or 500 quid for a preprint, whether it be
They weren't
one
prints
of
though.
eight
They were the
hundred.
hand painted. They were hand painted. They was original artwork pieces, Vince. Some of them went up to like 3.5 grand.
I
But he
know.
also had framed prints of those in a smaller variety for like 70 quid.
It's a,
Price less than the price of a Tozai that I was selling.
it's a bit of a tricky one, this, isn't it? Because we got two people who went and three of us that didn't. Maybe what we need to
Sorry,
do is, I
mate.
mean,
Yeah.
I'll make the effort of going next year and giving some sort of honest feedback.
We should all go. We should
because we're going to lose a show next year, and all these shows need our
Not necessarily.
Okay.
I've said this hundreds of times, Steve. Right? It's like you should go to, irrespective. People will always have an opinion on what things are, but I like to come on to put the debate in, because one person's word is not always gospel. My word's not always gospel as well. I'm not saying you're wrong, Vince. That's your opinion. Right, but I'm going to put it from my point of view, and it may be different to yours, and that's got to be accepted. It's like, because and someone else's point of view will be different to mine and yours, and the next person will be different to all of it. Everyone has got their own point of view, so we shouldn't rubber stamp it based on one person's view. But what we should do is go to all of these shows, right? Because we've already seen what happens when we don't support a club. All right. And this year we lost the BKKS. All right. So now we're in a bit of a lull area of whether we're even going to keep that show. Right. And I really hope we do. Right. Because if we don't keep a show, that's another one thing that we haven't got to attend together. And we've all sat here, we've all attended that, and we've all said how amazing it is. All right. But I'll ask this now, Vince, are you a member?
Yes.
Do you remember Scruggs? No,
I'm not a member, no.
You won't be, Steve-O, probably.
No.
Perky, are you a member?
I'm not.
Right. And I'm a member. So 5 of us here that sit and talk about Koi and how much I enjoy Koi shows, then if you look at how many views, Vince, you've had 2.5 million views on your channel, Vince, right? Right, thereabouts, right? I've had around 350,000 on what I do. Right, when you look at Lee Hadfield and Perky and you, Scraggs, and when you start taking off a bit more, Steve, right? When you look at the amount of subscribers that everybody gets, when you look at actually the crossover, you can put a crossover in, but we will all have different subscribers. Not everyone's heard of me, not everyone's heard of Vince, not everyone's heard of Scraggs, so we all have our own subscribers. If all of them people that listen to what we say, right, and if they then attended like shows, and if they supported clubs, right, then where we're here, we would grow our fan base across the club scene, across the show scene, to this, which means we've again got a pool of people this big instead of this big to take on the jobs to keep them clubs running. Right, and I've pushed it for years to say support, but now it's gone. Sometimes you don't know what you've got until it's gone. Right, and we're finding a hard lesson now.
I've been banging on about people joining the BKKS for the last
absolutely
2 years.
Absolutely, Vince. I know you have, mate. I know you have. I'm the same. There's a few of us that have, all right? But for a tenner a month, BKKS got it wrong, because people say, what do I get for joining? It's like, why do you need something? Put a tenner in the pot. Let's grow a big amount of money. Let's see what comes of it. The main thing is that you're getting more people involved. And when the people in the committee, it's time for them to step aside. You want to make a change, you're in that club, and you can step up and make a change. Right? If them people aren't there, they can't step up because they're not members. So therefore we lose it. It's the same as anything. So
I do think they could get some. I'm in some clubs, and what happens is you pay a subscription, and then you'll get like a newsletter, a monthly newsletter or a quarterly newsletter to say what's going on, what events are coming up, etc., etc. I think you should get something back for it. I'm not a member, so
I do. I mean, you do get.
I'm
there
probably
is
not
certain things
qualified
that you
to
get.
comment.
You do get a newsletter.
Yeah.
Right. The chairman always put a newsletter out monthly. There are documents on the BKKS website that explain varieties and certain technicals, and there's healthcare advice in there. There's even a support network, although people choose not to use it. And unfortunately, social media, as good as it is, it's also a bad tool, because it can also spin a negative term against a positive term. And unfortunately, in this world that we live in today, people hide behind a keyboard and they can stir the shit up really quickly and make something negative. You're asking people to step into that in today's world, being you know, any club now is social media orientated or digital orientated, and people like to push them buttons, right, and make remarks. Some people are not cut out for that. They don't want to step up, and we lose them good people because of the people that are so negative. You know, we've got to be positive to push forward. Have debate. Debate's healthy, but respect's healthier.
Yeah, but at the same time, there was the other side of it that YouTube wasn't wanted in or
Correct.
anywhere near the BKKS.
But that's just YouTube, mate.
Yeah, and yet if it wasn't for YouTube over the last couple of years, I'm sorry, but I don't think the national show would be as good as it is now if it weren't for YouTube and social media promoting it.
Okay, I don't think. I think that you have an element of YouTubers, whether they've got a fucking massive channel or a small channel, all right? There's always a flip side to that coin, Vince, right? So, yes, I agree. YouTubers really did play a part in lifting how many people attended, because if they're going and they've got supporters coming to see them, they're also bringing people through the gate. But you can't take away from everything else that the other people done. So everybody played a part in creating that. It wasn't just YouTubers. YouTubers
No, I didn't say that.
No, I know. I'm saying. I'm just like putting the balance in. YouTubers didn't set it up. YouTubers didn't book the venue. YouTubers didn't control the work, the flow. YouTubers didn't get the trades in. The trades come in as well. They're the ones that also bring people in. You know, the club also bring people in. There's, you know, without everything, YouTubers get a bad name, Vince, because there's bad info out there sometimes.
Yeah.
That's the problem. That's the problem. That's the stigma that comes with YouTube. But I would agree, without YouTube, irrespective of the size of your channel and who you are, without it, the advertising was flat. All right. So yes, they did play a pinnacle in bringing it in, but they're not the be all and end all YouTubers.
No.
But I agree with you. They helped Vince
massively, and yet were ostracised by the BKKS.
So this is where, right? Let people have opinion. You've got opinion, Vince. They've got opinion. You ignore that opinion and you keep being you. You keep doing you.
Yeah, understandably. But you mentioned it on Thursday, you know, about the proposals that were put forward, and we're not going to go over it again. But one of the proposals for the BKKS was to,
there's two references to YouTubers.
Yeah,
and in a way, Vince, rightly so. All right. However, if you're not combating it by, this is how I see it. I agree. You don't need an influencer to run a koi show or to bring a koi show on. I totally agree. Right. But if you haven't got them, you're not going to get all of it. All right. So there's a flip side to that. The other thing is, I'll give you an example. I don't know who it was. I can't remember. But somebody that said you put hydrogen peroxide in your pond to clear blanket weed or hair algae, right? Load of bollocks. There's so many different forms of blanket weed that hydrogen peroxide will definitely have an effect in clearing some. But if you ain't got the right sort, all you're doing is bleaching your water and killing your fish. Right.
Yeah.
So when things like that are being portrayed onto YouTube, and then these sort of guys are coming to the National Koi Show and they don't know what fucking variety they're looking at, or they don't understand that fish, and they're giving false info, unfortunately, that's the sort of stigma that is. If you've got a good channel and you move it, then you know you'll never be pushed out. You'll just never really be accepted. That's how the BKKS was. And it's because of the standards that they had to keep things. Right. So I will be a devil's advocate for and against, because there's got to be a balance. You can't be good for one and not the other. There's always a flip side to it.
Some good comments coming in, Vince.
Yeah.
I can't see the comments.
You're in trouble by Walker. You're in trouble by Walker Koi. Rob's got it in for you. You never went to see him.
Oh, I didn't know I was that fucking close.
Yeah,
sorry,
15 minutes away.
Right?
But why weren't he at the show?
Yeah. Why weren't you in the fucking show?
I even went.
That's good.
I want to have a look at these comments. There's got to be some comments, Vince, worth looking at.
There is some good comments there, Vince. Supporting both sides, really.
Absolutely agree.
Yeah.
I think there's a few people about to hang themselves as well. So maybe we need another subject on the table.
No one should be hanging themselves. I don't want to.
No,
I don't want to make this
everyone's got an
pessimistic.
opinion, and I'm sorry. I did have it out, but
you had it out, you dirty.
no. I had it out. This year, like I did last year, when I found out my VAT number, I put it out on a video, and then I was told you're not allowed to do that because it'll influence judges.
Yeah.
And as I was chatting with someone today, you're telling me that the JSC, you know, the only body we've got in this country that judges all the shows, does not know whose fish are whose by looking at them. And I know for a fact, Mr. Tate in the comments, he knows whose fish belongs to who just by looking at them 99% of the time. So it doesn't matter, because each judge has to look at the fish they're presented, yes. But when you're seeing the same fish from the same people year in, year out, so it doesn't matter whether you don't know whose VAT number it is. As soon as they walk up to the VAT, just by looking at the fish, they know exactly who owns them fish. So that then becomes a misnomer. Can you see what I mean?
I can. Yeah, I see what you're saying. However, right, you can't take away. Right, so let's look at a referee in a football game, Vince. All right,
They're all bends.
right. That they will referee the same games year in, year out. Right, against two clubs coming together, they may have that same game 5 times in, let's say, 10 years. They may have different players, but they know all of them players that are on there. They know how they play. Does it change how they referee a game? If they're a good referee, does it change it? No, they play by the rules. So when it comes to judging, right, irrespective, it's such a small community of people that show. When you look, I think Matt Howell pointed out how many VATs. It was Paul Cunningham pointed out how many VATs of showfish there are in each year. There's a small group of judges. But actually, the community is so small in the koi world with regards to showing that you will see fish coming in and out, right? But if the judges are fair, which they generally are, they don't care whose fish it is. And sometimes they may even be a little bit harder on them fish, knowing the skills of the person that's keeping them, right?
Yeah.
And that may, but at the same time, I promise, I sincerely believe that the judges judge the fish, not who they belong to. Because generally, the people that they belong to are generally really good koi keepers, mate.
I know that at the day of their judging, they are judging what is in front of them. I know that.
Yeah.
Which then brings into question, especially in the climate we're in nowadays, like you've said yourself, with social media, it's madness. It's like a contradiction.
Right, so we look at the South of England Koi Show, right? The All England Koi Show. There were a number of foreign judges, Vince, alongside the BKKS judges, all right, or the JSC, right? They don't know who's fish are whose, and they are split between the teams, right? And they also put an element of balance in there. So actually, if they don't know who it is, they've got to debate why that fish is better or not better, not as good, right? And those foreign judges are not going to be biased one way or another. They're going to just judge the fish, right? Because they don't know nothing to anyone.
But my flip side to that is,
I love the
I'm good enough as a content creator to promote the BKKS, but when I promote the fact that I'm going to be at the BKKS, this is my VAT, I'll be there. That's not good enough. It's, can you see what I mean? It's like,
yeah, I do, yeah.
as I say, not as I do. You can promote me, but the way I want you to.
They've never give you guidelines on how to promote you, what you promote.
No, and there's not until this year, there was nothing in the instructions or the rules.
What, when you said about what VAT number you was?
Yeah.
Okay. Right. So
because when it was
well, that should have been in the rules. If it wasn't, I don't know. I don't see it.
And over the rules, and I was even told later on in an email that has now been changed. Up until that point,
that's fair. That's fair feedback, though. So if it should have been there and it wasn't, but it should have been, all right. If they've changed it, they've done the right thing, and they've told you stop saying about your VAT number because I'm not supposed to know. Now, bearing in mind, Alan Tate don't know all of your fish, and neither do all the other judges, right? So if you'd have took fish that he'd never seen, right, and he comes along to Fat 40, is that what you was in, Fat 40?
No.
VAT 40? No.
I was in VAT number 1 this year.
Okay, yeah. So I don't know why I have Fat 40 in my head then. If he'd have gone across to VAT 1 and he didn't recognise your fish, he now knows they're your fish because they're VAT 1. All right. But what about if people didn't know what your fish were, but they know you, Vince, and now you've told them that you're VAT 1 and they don't want to give you the time of day? I hope that wouldn't happen. But if it did, right, on the flip side, by telling everyone you're VAT 1, you're potentially or could be either setting yourself up to fail or giving ammunition for someone to fail you because they don't like you, or they will beef your fish up because they do like you. All right. So, you know, there's got to be an element of keeping it as clear as day. Now, there's things like when certain things get mentioned over a tannoy, for instance, all right, that, oh, the GC belongs to such and such person, and like, congratulations. But if the judges haven't finished judging, then straight away they have to disqualify them fish because they're not supposed to know who's the fish are. Right? Alan Tate may know it, but other judges, like, you know, guest judges, they may not know it is. But if they knew the name, then it changes the ball game. So, you know, it's not just you, it's anything.
No. And that was why I was arguing so much over it, because there wasn't that clarity. And I mean, to the point, I sat in Rick's office, scrolling over and over these, and I'd actually stop at points and go, right, I am reading that right, Rick, anyway. And he's like, yeah, but hey, water under the bridge now.
When I'm looking that way, I'm reading the comments on my other screen. I'm not being rude, by the way.
He's trying to lighten the load.
Yeah. I can't. What's he done?
I thought he was coming out in his caveman suit.
It's great, but you know something, right? He's just proven, right, that judging fish, right, is community led, right. There's a lot of heritage in it, right. We have a great community of people, right. Just look at today. For instance, everyone had a good time. The fish were great, and at the end of the day, we enjoy fish, right? So no need to fall out over bollocks a lot of the time.
Who's falling out?
No one. I'm saying in general. I'm just generalising, Vince. I'm not aiming this at you. I'm generalising. You see it all the time, right? What we've got to do is we've got to be positive and want to support everything about what we do. Otherwise, our hobby will disappear.
We had this conversation, myself and Steve, and it was either on the way up or on the way down. What I would like to see more of is the organisers of the koi shows, instead of saying we need more things for the kids to do, how about what can we do to get the kids involved?
Okay, that's always a tough one, though, isn't it? Because right, how many 25-year-old kids have got their own house?
No, I'm talking about the kids that are walking around the koi show with their parents and
So
stuff.
the junior koi show did a great job today. They had find the fish around, like they had little pictures of fish plastered about. They had the colour in. They had spot the fish in the vats. You know,
Brilliant.
I actually see parents getting pissed off with their kids today because they'd had enough and they wanted to leave, but the kid was still
But
looking for that
that's
last
what I
fish.
mean. It's that sort of thing
Yeah,
is
it's
going
great.
to encourage the younger generation.
Yeah, but we can do so much more with children, and I think that the Southeast Koi Show, they had the young the young exhibitor award as well that went to a young kid, which was great to see. And maybe we should do more things like that, don't you reckon?
Yeah, be brilliant to sort of have a small kids area where they can show their fish. I think that would be absolutely brilliant.
I mean, to start with, if he's being honest, Steve got a little bit of a misconception of the junior koi show.
When I first heard about it, yeah.
Did you? No, that's good. That feedback needs to be said, don't it?
Someone that's new to the hobby or just getting into the hobby is not going to understand the fact that we class junior anything under 65 cm.
Yeah.
So if someone looks at an advertisement and sees junior koi show,
I think it's a kids.
you know,
Yeah.
is
Okay, so what does it? So right, that's fair, but what does it get called? If you come
I
up
don't
with
know, but
this is an issue. No, I'm not. There's some saying. So if that's the misconception, what's the solution? You know, because you now know, Steve, that it's up to 65 cm. Right, you look for the answer. Or the advertisement must detail it so people are aware.
yeah. But then someone new,
put it on the flyer, yeah.
someone new to the shows, he himself said, but how many people have seen it advertised and overlooked it because they thought the same thing?
Yeah, you know, and
Just looking at
that's
the
valid
conversation
feedback,
that we
isn't
had
it?
earlier.
Right, you know, if it's an experience, then did anyone approach Mike at the show to give that feedback today?
Mike's in the comments now.
I saw Mike's in
Is
the
he?
comments, and to be honest,
Yeah.
every time I saw Mike, he was busy with someone.
Yeah.
What's Mike's thing on there?
KB Koi.
I can't
Yeah,
think, mate. I am so blind.
Mike's back doing YouTube because we were actually promoting his new business earlier.
Yeah, this one.
Mike, see,
Why
we
can't
even
I
had
see him?
plastered full screen. You might have to scroll up a bit.
Oh, okay.
KB Koi.
Not at the junior. There you go. I got it. Tell you what, Mike, he's a good-looking fella, Mike, isn't he? Hey, don't you think he's good-looking? You know, he is a good-looking fella. I've got so much time for that bloke, mate. Mike, he's done a fantastic job.
Yes.
One of the nicest guys on the circuit, Mike, is, to be fair. He's 100%.
That's what I'm trying to get across.
Yeah.
I think that's always going to be an ever-evolving answer.
Yeah, I know, but surely there is more, like you say, as a community and everything. There's got to be some way.
I want to know if Si's lad grew that GC and not Si.
Yeah, I reckon it was his lad that done that. Yeah, you seen the chagoy that he grew. It's in my pond.
Yeah.
Well, you know something, I actually think it was Si's missus that looked after the pond, because today when we went for food tonight, right, he had to ring the missus to see if the pond was all right. So that is evidence enough to know that it's not Si that's done it. It's his missus looking after the fish, right? I heard it from the horse's mouth, mate. It's definitely his missus looking after the pond.
That pond of his, she built half of that.
But she looks after the fish as well, mate.
Oh,
Si just documents them. Don't
he's
listen
got
to
such
Si.
an easy life, that bloke. I'm telling you.
It's out of
You know,
order, mate. It's definitely his missus that won that show
I
today,
mean,
not
his
Si.
life couldn't get any easier. He's a fucking gas engineer, for fuck's sake.
Oh, mate, I don't know if that's it. That's not easy, is it?
Fucking is.
I've got a question.
I've been chatting to him on the phone, and he's like, "Yeah, I've got a real easy day today."
I've got a question just to change the subject away from the shows we've already been to, and we'll come to the Koi Tuber Fest in a sec. But Steve, what have we got to expect from Ken's weekend in terms of what's going on there on the 11th?
Oh yeah, so it's free to get in. There's free parking. It's next Saturday. It opens at 10 a.m. You legends. There's free parking. Did I say free parking? It's free to get in. There's free hot dogs. There's free hot drinks. There's going to be a raffle. So I'm going to put in like a baseball cap, like this one, but a baseball cap, a t-shirt, a hoodie, and all that. There's some K1 media, loads of giveaways in that. And then also there's going to be another one where you can put a tenner for a ticket and you win a koi at the end. How's my hair looking? And yes, you can buy as many tickets as you want. There'll be a raffle at the end, and someone can pick a koi. I'll be there with my bodyguard, Steve O'Tuber, and yeah. So if anyone's looking to buy koi, honestly, I went there. I did in my library, but it's got some absolute stunning fish. There's a discount on fish. There's a discount on dry goods. Yeah, all of that good sort of stuff. So, and anyone who's been there, you know, it's an absolutely unbelievable place. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to going. And I will be there.
Don't forget the bread and butter pudding.
The bread and butter pudding, yes. So, yeah, what Derby called? Did you say Derby or Derby?
Derby.
Derby
Fucking Derby.
Derby called.
Fucking Derby's right. Them things with the old banger racing in it.
I've just jumped on the back of it.
He's thinking of his bodyguard again, and he's driving.
So yes, Derby boys set it up again, and I've just jumped on. You know me, guys, can't help myself. But yeah, I think it'll be great. You know, I love Ken to bits. He's like family to me. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that next weekend, and then YouTuber Fest the weekend after. And I've got the one thing I'm looking forward to is getting away from the UK for 2 months. If I'm honest with you. Because the weather's crap. Nice.
Spot on.
How's my hair looking?
Beautiful, mate. Beautiful.
Thank you, sir.
Testicles.
The highlight of the show for me today was seeing all you lot. You know, Craig, catching up with Craig, Vince. Like, you know, like it's like we're all. It's like just one big family community in it, and I absolutely love it. And all the other people at the show, Fenlon and that's like there's too many to mention. Like just the atmosphere and everything's changed.
It was brilliant. I thought it was excellent.
I mean, yeah.
And for me, getting to know all you guys is it's you know it's not what you hear the koi community was like in the past, and I wasn't involved in it back then. But I can say that I think it's been absolutely fantastic. And all you
koi
guys,
community has always been good, Steve. Always been good.
But you guys,
unfortunately, we play a part in what it is. You know, if this is your bag, it's brilliant. If it's not your bag will be something else. You know, we're all different.
It's everyone who makes the comments as well. You know, it's it's brilliant. It's absolutely fantastic.
Yeah. So after what Crafty just said, I've been in this industry for fucking nearly 25 years, and 15 years ago it was very cliquey. It was very cliquey, and I think now it's a lot better. I think the community, the people at the shows.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And I think, and I've said this before, and I'll say it again. That's one of my catchphrases. That I think that the sort of like Vince and YouTube and all that has kind of brought everyone together. So if there was no YouTube, you could walk around a koi show and not know anyone. But you can walk around a koi show and you see people from the comments and the chats. Yeah, I'll be there. Do you know what I mean? And then they recognise each other, and I think it's brought the whole koi community together. And genuinely, in my opinion, going back from doing all the koi shows commercially to how I've been to the koi shows this year. Like I didn't previous to that, I didn't want to go to the koi shows because there was clicky and my fish are better than your fish, and do you know what I mean, and all that sort of stuff. And I think that this year, for me personally, has been my best year going to a koi show. Like the vibe, the bird, the friendliness is just second to none. Like, so for the likes of the BKKS stopping the show and stuff like that, I think that's wrong. You know, there's money made. There's money made. Where's that money gone?
That money's still there. It's just that I've got no one to head up the BKKS. That's all. The money's still there, you know. So that there's not misconceptions. The money belongs to the club. It's just that no one's taken the chairman. No one took the chairman role to move it forward. So that's all.
The whole setup. It's all people doing it for free because they love koi. That, like, you know, like Big Ron, he was there all week. Like, had the week off work just to help set up that show this weekend. Like the devotion, the passion, and all that. And I think he showed today. But like these people are not getting paid to do it. Like something could go wrong.
Absolutely not. They're doing it for their club and for the love, and that's what we all do it for. So that's why we should all support it, like we do. You know, it's just what we don't want is to lose any more. That's the be all and end all of it.
Yeah,
you know.
But,
right, what can we expect in 2 weeks' time, Vince?
Flipping snow.
Don't you
That's
dare.
not what I'm worried about that.
Telling you, I'm honestly, guys, anyone who's watching, I think we are in for a very cold winter.
Not till Vince's show's over.
I'm not giving too much away because Rick asked me to keep stum. But
okay, what can you give away?
The fish are better than they were last year.
Is that it,
mate? When you see,
no, that's not what I'm saying. What can you give away? The fish are better from last. That's bollocks, mate. What else can you tell us?
That's
don't
all
do
you're
it to
getting.
him.
The fish are
Don't
better
do
than
it to
last
him.
year.
You're getting into trouble with Rick.
Yeah, that's what I'm pushing for.
No.
These fuckers have already tried.
I'm going to give Rick a call in a minute. Hey, Rick, do you know what fucking Rick said, mate? I've got it on his live as well, mate. Fucking terrible. You know? So you're doing your YouTuber event on Saturday.
On Saturday.
How many people are going on that?
Well, including invited guests and name calls from my channel alone,
which I think you've done really well, Vince. The fairest way of doing it, mate. You know, I think you've done great there.
There's 60 people plus ones, plus Rick's guests.
Steve, OTube is my plus one. What? I'm even going to bring the blue wig with me.
Perky, I think he needs to change that to Steve-O Lube.
Steve-O Lube.
Oh, yeah. It doesn't even taste like flipping strawberries. I'm telling you. That was the first time I've ever. It's just a prop, do you know what I mean? But it's the first time.
Are you doing some lives from there, Vince?
Say again, mate.
Will you be doing some lives from there?
I will probably do a live again, a short one.
Is he doing any auctions, Vince?
I'm hoping to.
Well, that's what we done last year, so I didn't know if we're doing it again or not.
Yeah,
or we don't know. So there's potential it could happen then. We don't know. Okay. So it's happening. So we'll be doing an auction.
It wasn't a no, was it? It wasn't a no.
No, well, I can't tell you, but that means yes.
Yeah.
Well, there's going to be a hell of a lot more fish, as in vats, as in there is going to be.
Go on.
There's going to be vats and pools everywhere.
Has he got any of the Sankey that he spawned from my fish there? You know?
Was that the Dragon Balls?
Oh, yeah, Dragon Ball offer. No, not Sankey, Asagi, mate. Sorry. Yeah, he's right. Yeah, I'll probably take a few of them on. I want to play with them.
But what I will say, I'm not going to tell you.
Vince, I should end the live if I were you before you get into trouble.
Well, we're hoping if everything goes the way we want, including what's in the shop, there should be over 40 vats of fish.
That's cool. That's cool. Okay, that's cool.
I'm looking forward
That's
to
a
it.
lot more than there was. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
And I've obviously been watching what's been going on down at the farm, and I've spoke to Rick personally, so it'd be nice to see. What spreads put out, because last year was a good laugh on it, man. We had a good time.
Yeah, it was a good day.
I'm going down both days as well.
Yeah.
So.
But last year it was just a Saturday, wasn't it? But Rick's feeling guilty, so
it was. Yeah, I had to go back to work on the Sunday. Yeah,
it was why he's doing the ticket event on the Sunday.
You know, the fact that there's so much limited parking there, mate.
Yeah.
You know, can you imagine the hordes turning up? It'd be chaos, man.
Mate, there is so much still left to get ready. It's unreal.
I know, mate. I live it, don't I? I know exactly what you're going through.
As well as paying fish shuffle around at the moment, because all the mud ponds need harvesting, but we can't harvest the mud ponds because we've got nowhere to fucking put them at the moment because we're still shuffling fish around. It is one of the best times of the year, but it is also one of the most fucking stressful.
Yeah, but mate, if you look at how good it was last year, Vince, how successful it was.
No, I'm talking about on the farm as a general.
Yeah, it's the same. It's the same with any event, Vince. You know, you don't know what the fish are going to do to the point that they get put in that vat, mate. You don't know.
Mate, and like I say, at the moment there is still about 8 mud ponds that need harvesting. I mean,
better get your fucking waders on, son.
Mate, and this is what I'm saying. We can't, because everything needs shuffling around to create some space to then be able to harvest the pond, to then be able it's playing fish Jenga, isn't it?
Yeah, it always is, isn't it, though?
Hence why the food trial is ending this week. So yeah.
Wednesday, isn't it?
Wednesday.
See, I do watch. Well, you know I watch because I always comment. So. But are you going to be there, Steve-O?
Be there Saturday.
Okay. You going, Craig?
No, it's too far. It's too far
from
me. I can't do that. Yeah, because of my mum.
Yeah. You ain't got to walk, have you?
No, but I can't. No.
I was going to say, if you walk, I'll tell you what, mate. He's got more hair than Soft Mick, hasn't he?
Yeah, oh, mate, this ain't the half of it.
I bet your sex life's fucked up, Perky, isn't it?
It's amazing.
Well, that's what was going on in my head.
He's changed together.
You've got a 9-inch black coffee, mate. Let me tell you.
Oh man,
I've got to get off, lads, because it's John's birthday.
Yeah,
and I've been in bed for 2.5 hours.
We've been going for 2.5 hours. Jesus Christ. Well, anyway.
It's his birthday, yeah.
No, mate.
Yeah, mate, I bet she's loving you right this time. Say, Vince said sorry, but it was Crafty kept us talking.
As always.
No, it's Craig. Craig just couldn't stop. He didn't want to get off, Craig. We had to make him go in the end.
Yeah, I know. So on that note, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to say a big thank you for Craig joining us along on his wife's birthday. What a star. Massive thank you to Steve for joining along, coming with me to the show today, my El chauffeur. in the Jaguar.
Chauffeur, bodyguard, and race car driver.
Isn't it? We all know who this pleb is down here. My man Berkeley. As for the gobshite
Not in
over
the
in the corner. He's Crafty, also known Perfect Aquatics. As always, guys and girls, don't forget, on your way out, like, share, subscribe, and all that shemizzle. I've been Twisted Koi. You out there, you know you're great. And we'll see you same place, same time, next weekend.
Oh, yeah.
Pop, pop.